What do we do?
Well, it should be starting.
Howdy, howdy. Is anybody out there? Is this thing on?
Hello, hello.
Come in, Tokyo.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hungry Meat Show.
Friday night feast. Let's go. Let's go.
That's right.
I am so hungry.
Yeah?
I haven't only eaten twice today. We gotta fix this.
Can you hear us? Are we coming through? He got a new phone this week. Long story.
You plugged it in, didn't you?
Oh, no, I did not.
Oh, no. I don't want to die on this again. I got it.
Are you sure you know how to do that without canceling everything?
No, I don't. At least we're doing it now instead of in the middle.
That's true. So, if y'all were here last week, you know how it just died on us? Well, it's because for some reason Heath's phone stopped charging. And I think you need to move it just a little bit, right?
To you?
Yeah, a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, for some reason I talked to 3 different people with tech support and they don't know what was going on with it. It just kept telling me the phone was too cool to charge. The temperature.
Yeah, that it was too cold. If anybody knows Texas, like when does... The only time it got too cold was in February. And then it was charging fine. But let's say hello to everybody, then we'll get started. Oh, Lori's here, the Keto Crafter.
Nice.
Make sure you go and see her channel and subscribe there.
Her channel's awesome too.
I know, she should be a stand-up comedian. You sure that's not your other Saturday night job?
We can come see.
The warden's here. Ooh, who's the warden?
Some girl I know.
Oh, really? It's some girl you know.
That's my wife.
Oh, somebody's in for trouble. Renee's here. She goes, way to go, Lori. I'll allow it. Jerry said, hey, y'all. We have some errands we have to do, and we'll be back before all is done. Have to run to Costco to go to my new computer glasses.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. He's out getting old. Blessings all. Yeah, that's awesome. So I didn't know until recently that Costco does have the optometrist. So how was your visit there? Because I might do that next. Because I know I'll need some new glasses eventually. Probably sometime this year. I know, right?
You can book cruises with them too.
Tires.
Yeah, get your oil changed. I mean everything.
New husbands.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What? Slow down, Turbo. Back that up.
Lori says, hey, Shelly and Heath. Linda's here. Welcome back, Linda. And if you're here, return. I think it's called #return. So you know that you're a returning Hungry Horde member. Renee said, hey, what did you say, Horde? Lori says, hey, friends. Welcome back, Lori. Jujube, I'm going to mispronounce it. Jujube 2407 said, howdy.
Hey, Jujube.
Welcome.
I think she's one I was just chatting with about the Texas 5 Spice. All of the comments.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
She was the one asking about the
lunchbox
peppers. I've never heard that term before, and I had to Google it. I think it's we used to call them sport peppers or sweet peppers.
No, we just call them sweet peppers in the bag.
Yeah,
he's like, what's lunchbox peppers? I'm like, what? Peppers in a lunchbox? Oh.
So I used to buy them and then cut them in half, hollow them out, fill them with cream cheese, wrap them with prosciutto, and take them like that in my lunch.
Yeah, he used to love those for his snack. I mean, that's a really quick and easy snack too, and fun. It's like a mini bell pepper. Lori said, I hear that Heath is hungry, but what's new about that?
That is true. It's not just a clever name.
Darcy says, happy Friday. Welcome back, Darcy.
Hi, welcome.
Lori says she's a sit-down comedian.
That's fine. A lot of them do that. I've seen a lot of them do that.
Yeah, that's awesome, Lori. You definitely should be a comedian, though. Seriously, that you can make a career out of just all of your funny one-liners and the way you look at things. I think that's what makes a good comedian, is just somebody who looks at the world differently than most people, and you definitely have that knack. That's awesome. Let's see. Linda says hi. Welcome back, Linda.
Hello.
Yep. Jajube said, yes, sir. Ghost chili and mini sweet peppers because they go in your lunchbox. Kids will eat them too.
Oh, okay. I've just never heard of that term before, but that's cool.
Yeah, I like that term. That's a cute term because kids will eat them. Yeah. Because they got that little... I always liked them because it had that nice crispness to it. And it really was like a... Yeah. It was like a mini bell pepper to me.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, because sometimes I wouldn't want a whole bell pepper or a whole lot, but we would buy those because you could cut one up, like dice it up.
Like put it back when we used to eat salads.
Right, and that would be enough for both of us to split because I never wanted like a whole bunch. I just wanted like half a teaspoon. That's like all I needed. Darcy said,
sweet peppers though.
I think that's what HB puts on the little bag is just sweet peppers. So
because they're not hot in any way, shape, or form.
Right, you know, because we're so cultured. We're like, oh, okay, they're sweet peppers. But Darcy said, what you drinking? So I'm drinking Renee's favorite. It's nitro, but it's nitro from Starbucks because, like, if y'all were with us when we were in Rockport, which is this cute beach town in South Texas, they have like all of these cute coffee shops, like adorable. Like everywhere we went, there was like 3 or 4 neat little small mom and pop coffee shops, and it was so nice. Like there's one just like right by our house, and we'd go there, and they would actually heat up the nitro for us. And then they had a sugar-free, there was a toasted marshmallow, which was really good, and there was a caramel. And so I would just get a little bit of that in there, and it was so good. And I was like, I've never had heated nitro. But that was really neat. And what was funny is, I did find a small coffee shop here in the Woodlands, but it's a little far from where we're staying. And I went to them and I said, oh, you have nitro, can I get that heated? And they were like, no. Well, the people at Rockport could do it. I don't know why you can't. But she gave me like this, like, no. Huh. But they were a little pricey. It's kind of, the thing is, if anybody's heard of the Woodlands, the people up here are a little bit...
bougie?
Yeah, bougie. So the coffee shops aren't like the little quaint coffee shops you think of. They're nice and cozy. They're kind of uppity. Like, we only are, you know, the finest of everything. So when I went in there, I did order a coffee because it was near where I got my hair done. And so I was like, oh, cool, that's neat. But near the hotel, the closest coffee shop is Starbucks. So I got my usual, which is just a nitro. There's no cream or anything because to me, the nitro, when they infuse it with nitrogen gas, it gives enough creaminess for me. But it is cold.
And I'm just drinking an iced tea.
Oh, an iced tea.
I'm fine with it though.
But you make your own iced tea, right?
Yeah.
How's everybody's week? Tell me. I was thinking of, you know, this is because we're trying to be more of like a food-based channel, right? And I was thinking, what what's really something important we should know is what is everybody's favorite meal of the week. So this past week, what was your standout meal that you were like, wow, that was really good. I'm gonna want to make it again, or maybe you went out and you were like, that was a get it. Because like he is still talking about when we went to Papacitos,
yes.
Which if you haven't, go check out that video. He still talks about that. He's like, oh man, I could sure go for some Papacitos. And I'm like, yeah, but your checkbook says no.
Yeah. They'll let me work it off.
Let me know. What did you have this past week? Renee said, so happy to spend time with such a friendly and real group of friends. I've seen way too much drama that I care to this week. Hard to trust just anyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Renee. Well, you're always welcome here. We're like, no drama llama, like the coffee cup you gave me, right? Uh-huh. I love my little coffee cup. She got me one, and it has a little llama, and inside it says, no drama. So, that's definitely us. We want to focus on food here, right?
Yes. I don't know, folks. I'm sorry. Yawning. Like, on the drive over here, I told her, I said, I ain't been tired all day long, and now it's almost time to go live. Why am I getting sleepy? This doesn't make no sense. And I'm ready. I'm ready to eat.
Maybe I need to pinch you.
No, that hurts. Stop. I'm tender.
Jujude said, my kids are brats. They won't eat a bell pepper, but they will eat a lunchbox pepper. It's all about how you package them.
Yeah.
That's adorable, though, that they're like, oh, no, I'm not going to eat that. But then they'll, oh, yeah, that's good. But I think it's also, like, when I was a kid, I remember it is in how you package it. Because bell peppers are big, right? So if you show it or you cut it up, you're like, oh, that's so big. But when you see the cute little pepper, you're like, oh, it's a little pepper just like me.
Oh.
That's how I was. I was
Right.
very much a visual person. Like, it had to look appealing to me for me to go for it. And, like, that's how, like, my mom, not to get all into it, but that's, like, how she potty trained me is she, like, convinced me with pretty things. And I was like, okay, well, then I don't want diapers anymore. They're ugly. But that's basically what it was. So I've always been like, it has to look good, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you were just like, just give it to me.
Yeah, I want some food.
Were you ever picky about food?
Yeah, I
When?
didn't like spinach.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like broccoli. I didn't like most vegetables growing up.
No.
The only ones I really liked, and it was odd, I liked fried okra. I guess because it was fried. I didn't like eating okra any other way.
I like my grandma's fried
I like
okra.
fried green tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
I would eat that. I used to eat corn on the cob all the time. I loved it, especially when they grilled it.
Well, did your parents ever do anything to convince you to eat something?
Yeah. Showed me the paddle.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Matreya's here.
Told me a
Welcome
story
back,
about the,
Matreya.
hey, about the starving kids in Africa. I was like, well, give it to them then.
Matreya said, kids will eat ghost peppers? I joined partway in. Well, you know, though, as a kid, I ate jalapenos.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I would, I don't even remember having ghost peppers or habaneros when I was a kid. Do you?
Probably not. No, I
All
don't.
I ever heard was jalapenos, and people would be like, oh, jalapenos, those are so hot. It wasn't until I was an adult. Do any of y'all remember having like ghost
Especially
peppers,
with your grandmother
habaneros?
being scared of black pepper.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't come from like.
Oh, this gravy's too hot.
She would think white gravy would be too spicy. We
Well,
would go.
biscuits and gravy and it's
Yeah,
too spicy for her.
she would want biscuits and gravy because she's like classic Southern grandma. And so she would say, I want some biscuits and gravy. But she'd be like, now, is your gravy spicy? And everybody's always like, spicy? White gravy? But she would be, and she would send it back too. She'd say, ugh, that was just too spicy. I can't handle this.
Or like that time we took her to that seafood joint around here. She wanted coffee. I'm like, well, we don't do coffee here.
Oh, no.
Well, can I get a root beer? Oh, we don't have root beer either.
She goes, can I get
something else?
something else diet?
And
And
then she, yeah, a diet Mountain Dew or something like that.
no, she wouldn't drink
No, but
coffee.
it's like there was something off the wall, and they're like, we don't have that either. She's like, what do y'all have?
My grandma, she was like 4 foot nothing, right? She was very feisty, and she was an April Fool's baby, which I always thought was hilarious to me, and so she was just always very feisty person. So she definitely didn't keep her mouth quiet around things, right?
Or you said at the time your mama asked her if she was a midget. She took
Oh,
her high heel
yeah.
shoe and drove it right in her foot.
My mom was little, right? So she's a little girl, and they were walking through a store, and I guess my mom had like heard from friends or something. So she asked my grandmother. She said, "Oh, Mom, are you a midget?" And she said my grandma didn't say a word. All she did, she always wore high heels, and she just stepped back with the high heel on my mom's foot and like planted it in, and then walked on. And my mom was like, "So I guess that answer was no."
She was
She was a very good trip. Rest her soul. Oh, look, Robert's here, your friend. Howdy, y'all.
Robert.
Texas Connection.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome, man. We ain't hung out in forever.
I know. If any of y'all are into coins at
Yeah.
all, coin collecting, if you have questions about coins, how much a coin is worth, all of that, go check out Everyday Opportunity. He's got a great channel. He's always doing like coin giveaways and talking about coins. So, and he goes live, I think. Put it down there.
Yeah, put it in the chat, Rob. Tell people how it's spelled.
Yeah, but I think he goes live like 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So if you're in, and he'll be more than happy to help you with any of your questions.
And honestly, he's the one that told me to start going live, so this is all his fault.
Right?
But thank you, brother.
Oh, look, Carrie's here, Older, Pennsylvania.
Hey,
she goes,
howdy.
Hi, Heath and Shelly. Got my packet today. Thank you. And for the recipe.
Nice.
Yay! Let me know, Carrie, if you make the recipe. And give me any feedback. Y'all that got the caramel macchiato and want it, I included a little recipe from our upcoming cookbook. Give me any feedback at all. You know, I don't care what it is, good, bad, whatever.
Let us know what we need to fix.
Yeah, if you catch anything that's grammatically or misspelled, or if the picture didn't look good, any feedback at all, because I'm trying to like fine tune the cookbook. So I kind of did that as kind of a teaser for the cookbook, but also to just get some feedback from, you know, our Real Hungry Horde members and letting us know, you know, how is that looking for the recipe? Does that look appealing to you? And so am I on the right track on how I'm designing the cookbook? So any feedback, I'm not going to get offended. Even if you just email hungryheath@gmail and say, that recipe sucked, I won't get offended.
Don't give me any ideas.
I won't get offended. I might be a little sad, but I won't get offended. But if you give some constructive feedback, I would love it. Thank you. Let's see. Renee said, now you see why I can't support SBs. What are SBs? Oh, Starbucks. Because they... No, it wasn't Starbucks that wouldn't heat the nitro. It was another little local shop. Materia said, yeah, we have local drama over it on Better News. The Trek shop gave me one of their Pride shirts. Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Are you going to share it? I've seen so many cool designs this year, and I'm like, oh, they're all so neat. I just love all the colors, and like I saw some that it was like the whole outfit, the socks and everything matched. Right. I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Hey, Maitreya, did you get your deer problem solved? Them eat your
oh, is that the local drama?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was the same thing or not.
Oh, wow.
She said that they were coming in and eating her yield.
Oh, that sucks. You know, deers. I remember because I had a friend in Ohio, and out in his backyard, I would just see all these deer come up, and I, you know, at the time from Texas, and I was like, oh, cute, you got deer. And he's like, yeah, we're trying to shoot those big deer because every time we put up our garden, they just want to come in and eat all of our garden food, and that's not what they're here for. So you like went in, and there was like all these different traps that they tried. He's like, next I'm just gonna get my shotgun and start killing them. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, all right. I thought they were cute.
They are. They look even cuter on the plate.
Wow. Yeah, he was just like, no, we don't like them. They're a nuisance here. Yep. I was like, aw. Okay. Oh, Renee said I wore my Pride Chucks to work today. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Maitreya said, well, dang, I want a nitro cold brew coffee, but they were out. Oh, that sucks. I hate that. Or, you know what's even worse is when they're not out, but it's low. I've gotten it before where they're like, oh, yeah, we got it. And it was like flat as can be. And it tastes awful when it's like that. Because I got it at one location, and I was like, oh, this tastes like... Ooh. And I actually went...
No, it tastes like coffee. Oh.
No. It just was like a real bitter flavor. And when I like called them to say, you know, I think there's something wrong, they were like, oh, the nitro was low or something. I was like, well, then why'd you even sell it to me?
Right.
Oh, Lori said, my favorite meal of the week was last night's steak. I want more steak. That steak looked amazing. Did you see it on 2KK?
So. I think so.
It looked amazing. I really want that.
I don't remember what we had that was so good.
Jujube said, tell me, do you have a dedicated pepper cup for your blender? Does it truly come clean? I don't want hot peppers in my smoothie. Oh. Well, so
what do we use? Hold on.
We have a little mini Ninja that we use, but honestly, what I've done, because I'll use it for my coffee as well, is I run it through the dishwasher. So ours, the part, yeah, so this is the base. There's just this little base here. And then that's what we use. So you can see my coffee's in there.
Yeah. Which also her coffee ends up going into the spice blend, which is actually pretty good.
But both of these are machine washable, top rack. So anytime he does like all of the peppers, so we try to organize it where we do all the peppers together, where we're not going to need to do anything else, and then we put this in the top rack and wash it out.
Doesn't this also have a couple other attachments instead of this one that you can do on here?
Yeah, it does.
So I think it also has one you can.
But you know what? It's not Ninja. It's Cooks.
It also has a little thing that you can use like a shaker lid. Like a salt and pepper kind of thing?
Yeah.
But I thought I had one other blade for it also.
Yeah, I think so. But we got this, I think, at like Target or something.
I think it was on sale. It was on sale or something.
Carrie said, no drama is good. Hugs to all, yes.
Now I can't figure out how to put the lid back on.
Renee said, Heath is just telling us that we're bored, huh? Mash his foot, Shelly. When did you say that?
I didn't. She's just trying to start trouble. You know how she is.
Oh, because you were yawning.
No, it had nothing to do with y'all. Like I said, it was on the drive over here.
Lori said you wouldn't have that problem if you drank coffee.
Oh, wow. I have more problems. I got an awful taste.
Oh, Betraya said she could stir the drama pot. I'm sure it's a big surprise, but I have a big mouth with no filter. What? I don't know people with no filter.
I'm hungry, folks, so I'm going to start snacking.
Well, we need to make this, so why don't you start breaking my eggs in the bowl?
All right.
Look, I'm putting them to work. So we're going to make tonight, he saw that.
Snack.
We're making one of our local fast food joints has been advertising this buffalo chicken sandwich like crazy.
And actually, the picture I put up on the preview and the one for this is actually one of theirs that I copied from their online pictures.
If you want a hint, but anyways, so we see this all the time, and now one of them has like a crack, so start with that one.
This one, John? I'm looking for it.
And
well, that one's not cracked. I'll put it here for now. Get it out of my way.
oh, I think that's it. Yeah, you put your finger on it.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Start with that one. So normally for the recipe for the Keto Chow biscuits, it's 4 eggs, but these eggs seem kind of small to me, so I'm doing 6 of them just to make up for the size. And, you know, I just find when you use the cheap eggs, they just are smaller and not as dense. You get a shell in it?
I got 2, 3, 4.
So for our sandwich, so we've been seeing the sandwich, y'all, and it looks so good, but of course can't have the bun, and of course their chicken is loaded with flour and who knows what else. It's fried in, you know, some crappy oil, so there's nothing clean about it. There's not a way to get it from them, and we're like, but you know what, that's not going to be hard to make keto. So that's where we came up with this recipe. And so we're going to, for our buns, we're just making the Keto Chow. We're using the tomato basil. You could use the chicken if you don't want like any flavor to the bun. What? Well,
chicken is a flavor.
It is, but I mean, you know, the tomato's going to give it a little more of a tomato flavor, which to me is like when you have tomato on a sandwich. So we're just going to make the Keto Chow biscuit recipe, which you go to their website and get their recipe for the drop biscuit, but it's roughly 4 large eggs.
Wash my hands real quick.
Okay. Alright, making sure nobody's. Okay. 4 large eggs, a scoop of the Keto Chow. We're going to use pork rind crumbs instead of the almond flour, and then you want some cold butter and some baking powder. That's it. It's a real easy recipe. I mean, I've got it memorized now. We've done it so often. So we're going to make that, and then what we did...
I got to blow my nose. I'll be right back.
We got these really cute cake molds, mini cake mold, off of Amazon. I think they're $8 for like 6 or 8 of them. And I found this is like the perfect size for a sandwich, right? You see that? It's like the size of my palm. And we did this when we were in Rockport, and basically I just pour the stuff in here, and then make the mold. Yeah, if you want to whisk that. So I'm excited. This is gonna be good. And then the chicken, if you saw the preview video, we've been having that marinate in the Frank's Red Hot sauce, and that's been going now for almost a day. We're gonna coat that in some pork crumbs or pork panko, and also a little of our Texas 5 spice.
Now this says that it's the Porking Good Italian, but we just saved this bottle and refill it with our own HEB brand. Because I don't know if I told you before, but they're usually like $1.88 a bag. But right now we've just got them last few times 2 for $3.
Yeah, and just keep whisking that till it starts kind of bubbling. And then we're gonna top it with, we already did some bacon, some pickles, and then we got some pepper jack cheese. I think it's gonna be an amazing sandwich. Okay. So Lori said, I try to be kind to everyone until they give me a reason not to be. I just don't like childish drama. I graduated high school a long time ago.
Right?
Right? I get you, Lori. That's how I feel.
I always say, mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Juju said, my mom hated black pepper, so no, we had 0 hot peppers.
Oh, wow.
Wow, is your mom, I wonder if she's related to my grandma. Maybe we're related. Because I can tell you, my grandmother absolutely hated pepper too. I never met anybody else who hated pepper like she did.
Right?
It was so
pretty
funny.
good now.
I'm
going to add that stuff. What order we do this in?
Okay, so then with that, we keep whisking, and I'll drizzle it in. So we're going to start on the buns first, so they can be in there while we're doing everything else and chit-chatting. So I'm going to do a scoop of the tomato. Keto Chow. So who's excited about the new Keto Chow flavor? It sounds so good. I really want to try pina colada. That's going to be like such a good shake. Okay.
I'm just trying to scoop the walls. Some of them are sticking.
Yeah, it will. Just keep doing that till it's well combined.
We have that little motor thing we can put on this.
No, it's not going to work.
Okay. I just like my gadgets.
Oh, I know. Alright, so keep doing it. It might help if you hold the bowl and do it. There you go. Yeah, thank you. That's what I asked you to do. Okay, so tell me everybody who got the Keto Chow dad thing. What all did you get? I was so, FOMO, but I didn't get it. Didn't get it in time, and I saw everybody getting the, measuring cup, and I was like, oh, I really want the measuring cup. I need it for my complete collection here, right?
I'm sure they'll find a way to sell it later.
So, 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. Well, they might be sold out, actually. Are you okay?
It's that thing on my foot. Just every once in a while, if I just step wrong, it hurts.
Oh. Okay, whisking that together, and then let's do it. I start off with 1/2 cup of the pork panko, and just see how that looks.
Looks almost like pancake batter.
I'm going to get the sides, baby. See all the sides there? Yeah, it should look like a pancake batter. What do you think? Is that good?
I think
Stir
so.
in the middle.
You're the boss, you tell me.
I'm the boss. I'm the board.
Oh, it looks real good now.
Wow. Is anybody else, are y'all the main cook, or do you cook with your partner?
Depends on what we're making.
Oh, that's the truth. Okay, I think that's good.
Set that in the sink.
Yeah, if you will. And then I'm just going to, where did I put my spoon? There it is. I'm going to put the chilled butter. I did have this in the fridge chilling. It's just 2 tablespoons of butter cut into little squares.
They fixed the sink.
Oh, they did?
The little rubber grommet thing that goes on your
disposal?
Yeah, garbage disposal. Ours fell off on us last night twice.
Yeah.
So when they came to clean we called it in to clean the room and tell them to fix that too.
Yep.
We're making a mess.
I know.
Here's some napkins.
Here, let me make sure I get enough. Okay, so I'm just trying to put a good heaping spoonful.
So since these are silicone, you don't have to spray them first, right?
Right, because they're mold, so you just pop them out.
Nice. You already got this preheated?
Yeah, for when I made the bacon.
Alright.
So I'm just pouring these into the molds. This is like so convenient, like for a bread. If you're feeling like a bun, then you could definitely do the Keto Chow drop biscuit and get your bun in there. Okay, so I'm going to go back. A couple of these have a little less than the others, and I just want to spread this out.
And then we're baking this, not frying it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'll switch it.
Alright. I'm going to spread these out in the mold. That's the butter.
Okay.
So the reason you want to put chilled butter is because as the butter melts, it's going to create the air pockets, which is what's going to make it feel kind of light and doughy. Like I learned that when I used to bake all the time. That's the good thing about nice chilled butter. Because butter just makes everything better.
Right? All of me.
Okay. Just got a little bit of that left. Let me see which one needs it. Let me see that knife bit. So, waste not, what not, right? Especially Keto Chow. You don't want to waste any Keto Chow. Okay, so there's that.
Fixing to use it, remember? I'm gonna do the chicken in here.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Alright, so these. So let's show these. And then what do we have the oven at 350?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
No, you have it at 400.
Well, yeah, for when I fried.
Okay.
So that is the Keto Chow drop biscuits as buns. They'll raise a little bit in these, but not a whole lot. But to me, it makes a perfect, each one is a half of a bun.
Because technically, I think those are mini cake molds.
Yeah, that's what they were billed as. Alright, so I'm going to put those in here. You said 350, we'll do 10 minutes and then check on them.
And another thing I do, let me know if y'all are similar too. Anytime I'm having pickles for a sandwich, I always drain them over some paper towels first, so then hopefully they don't get my bread all soggy.
Yeah, are y'all like that? Because I've never done that until I got with Heath.
Started teaching her how to eat.
So for the chicken, I'm going to start with a cup of pork panko. What do you think?
Sounds good.
And then, is this where the 5 spices going in?
Yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna do it after.
Oh, okay. After
I got
what?
3 or something. I thought we were gonna, after. Well, yeah, we can do it now. It makes sense.
So our Texas 5 spice. It's our favorite little spiciness. Okay.
And notice too the classy glass jar we got it in.
Oh, I know.
I don't know who did that.
I do. It's our parrot head Renee of the Hungry Horde. She got these beautiful glasses for Heath to keep all of his spices in. And it's just so nice.
You said I look tacky using my leftovers.
Well.
Oh, that smells good. Then I think we need a plate, don't we? Or we're just going to do it into the...
Yeah, you can just do it in that. Or do you want to put it on, get some foil out to put them on to rest?
Sure.
Okay, we get caught up now. Renee said, I got deleted by someone and all I can say is thank you for taking your own trash out.
Right?
Right? I'm sorry, Renee. That's so sad. I don't know why anybody would do that. You're like the most amazing person. Like, she, truly, y'all, not only is she, I mean, I love everybody in the Hungry Horde. Everybody's great. Everybody has their own personality and so forth. But she's, like, helped a whole lot with Heath when he was having his drop foot and everything. And when Heath had to go through getting physical therapy, she was, like, right there, you know, hey, you need to do this. You need to go to an ENT. You need to ask, like, she helped a lot with medical opinions.
Oh, again? Come on.
Oh.
We gotta turn the vent on. I thought we'd fix this, folks.
You want me to wet the towel?
Yeah.
Well, hand it to me. Oh. Sorry, y'all.
Ooh, that's dirty too. They need to clean this. Sorry about that.
It's smoking.
I know. Turn the vent fan on. We're just gonna have to talk over it. This is why I don't want to go back to my house. I hate this hotel.
Okay. So, anyways, Renee's just helped with a lot of information that we needed that really helped Heath recover. I feel like a lot more quickly than if we had only relied on the traditional advice you get from doctors. Like, we didn't even know to go to the ENT because our neurologist never told us, oh yeah, you should follow up with an ENT. So sometimes that happens, right? So I do feel like Renee's helped us a great deal when it comes to all sorts of information. Okay.
It smells good. Like you were saying the other day, though, it's gonna be like a nice orange color.
Yeah, that's perfect. So you're just gonna...
I'm gonna do them all. Put them all in there. Well, that way I can get this bag out of my way.
Oh, okay.
I got them gloved up. I can just reach in there and move stuff around.
All right.
Because I don't remember if there's 4, 5, or 6
I
pieces.
think there's 4. Matreya said, no, when I was a kid, they hadn't developed ghost reapers or scorpions. However, jalapenos were actually spicy and not fruity tasting like they are now.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting. So, Matreya, is it that over time, so the jalapeno I had as a kid is not the same jalapeno you get now?
I'm gonna set this in the sink so it doesn't spill everywhere.
So they were actually spicier back then? Because I remember, because I started eating them, yeah, I guess about 30 years ago, I started eating jalapenos on the regular, and I always loved them, but I remember, you know, friends and adults and everything telling me, oh, jalapenos are spicy, and now I look back and I'm like, jalapenos don't seem that spicy, right? But I wonder if they have changed in 30 years, then that would make sense.
Right?
Interesting. Glenda's here. Welcome back, Glenda.
Hey.
She said, I'm embarrassed to say I failed miserably making bacon-wrapped jalapenos. Aww. Toothpicks didn't hold, bacon escaped, and the cheese oozed everywhere. What am I doing wrong? Excuse me.
Well, what bacon did you use, first of all?
Yeah.
We found the really cheap, thin bacon works the best on those because you can kind of pull it and wrap them tighter.
Yeah, the thick bacon does tend to
Bubble.
it'll shrivel up more and come out. So that, and then
we like the ones from Costco, the cheap one that you buy the box of it.
Yeah.
That one works the best, we found.
What I do too is when I'm wrapping them, how I do it is I start with the fatty part of the bacon, and I start at the tip where the stem is of the jalapeno, and I kind of drape the fatty part over that, and then I pull it around tight where I'm kind of wrapping like a bandage, like if you ever had like an arm sprain or a leg sprain, kind of how you wrap that kind of tight. And then at the bottom, then you know, you might have to use 2 pieces depending on the size of your pepper. And then when I stab it, I try to make sure I stab through the more meaty part of the pepper, the jalapeno, so that it kind of clicks on there and not so much in the cheese part.
How do those look?
Yeah, that's looking good.
I'm thinking when we're done with this, we may be able to just reach down here, pick this foil up, and set it in the tray.
That's very true. Jujude said, we have a cool Pinot in my garden as we speak. I'm super curious how it could taste like a jalapeno without heat. Oh, I feel like that would be a bell. So we're growing one. Wow, that's neat.
Yeah, keep us informed because I want to know how it comes out.
Me too.
Oh, this one was folded in half. I didn't even notice. This is going to be a bigger piece. It's going to be thinner, but
it's
wider.
bigger.
Yeah.
Lori says, I just scrape the cheese off the pan and eat it whenever my cheese tries to escape.
Yes,
right?
we do too.
Right? That to me, sometimes that's a really good part because that cheese tends to get really crispy.
Because I really like making them on the barbecue pit. I smoke them. And my HEB used to carry these perforated sheet pan, they look like a cookie sheet, but they're all out of foil and have little holes dotted all across them.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we couldn't find them anymore, so I went on Amazon and bought a whole case of them. I still have a whole bunch left in the closet.
Wow.
You've seen it.
Older Pennsylvania says, my uncle gave me books of nickels and I have no idea what to do with them. Well, Carrie, go check out Everyday Opportunity because he can tell you what to do with them.
Yeah.
Matreya said, cheese does escape as it expands.
Right.
My bacon stays in place, but it shrinks slower since I cook at a lower temperature for a longer time. That is true. I've noticed that when we smoke the ABTs.
How's that?
What?
This one, how's that look?
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, some sauce.
That the bacon doesn't shrivel as much.
Alright. Taking my gloves back off.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to stick this in the sink.
Was there a lot of the pork rind left?
Not really.
Sure you got them all good?
Yeah.
I guess you did now.
Alright.
There's that, and then here's this too. Good. Wow, we're just moving right along.
This is dead? No? Okay, cool.
Okay. Robert said Tuesdays and Thursdays we hunt. Oh, shoot, it jumped. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now I saw it.
I can repeat it.
Okay, Tuesdays and Thursdays we hunt $50, and Saturdays we have a show called Trade Day. People can come up live on SteamYard, sell trade auction off coins, currencies, and metals.
Oh,
nice. Wow. Oh, Nan's here. Hey, Nan.
Hey.
Welcome back. She
Welcome.
says,
I'm just
hi,
trying to clean up a
everyone.
little bit as we go.
Having internet problems. Hope I don't lose. I hope you don't either.
You're not allowed to have problems. You get that solved.
Julie says the drama on Keto Chow Facebook. Oh, I didn't see that. Welcome back, Julie.
Oh, I think Chris was talking about it earlier. Some people are mad that Chow Club members are getting news before everybody else.
Well,
That's
yeah,
because you're a part of the club.
And that's what they said about the club. I don't know.
I mean, that may be what she's talking about.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Moving
on.
Anybody else work customer service? As I've done customer service for like 20 plus years, and believe me, if you work customer service, you deal with drama all day from these customers that are always. Just sometimes I get a caller and I'm like, really? This is the fight you want to make today? I'm like, oh, okay. So
the thing just went off, so when you check these buns?
Yeah. So when I'm not at work, I want no mix of the drama. I just want to chill out. I want to enjoy reading on Facebook, seeing what my friends are up to. I want to watch my YouTube videos.
Oh, wow. He's really fluffed up this time.
Oh, good.
Bring this camera over here.
Well,
Or let me see. There. Let me see. See if I can move it.
Caboodle Bryant's here.
Hey, buddy.
Brian and Karen.
Tell me if that's good if I'm getting in the shot.
No, not at all. You got to look at the camera.
I can't. I'll drop it. That's why you're sitting there.
Well, there's a delay.
I know. But it's also hot.
That's good. A little bit higher.
See what I mean? Like, it kind of rose this time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too hot.
They did rise a good amount. So we'll let them cool off. You want to take those? I mean, do they feel like they're done? Let me check on it, y'all.
Here, I got a toothpick.
I bet you do. I just want to make sure that they're actually done.
Yeah. Oh, is that hot?
It's a little hot, yeah. Let's see.
We're doing all this off camera, though. This is.
I know.
silly.
Here. Well, because
See, that looks good. Go show 'em.
I am.
I'll
Okay.
show 'em.
So, taking one out here, y'all.
And y'all remember, we don't have an actual oven, so we're doing this in our air fryer convection oven.
So, let's see how
These
this
look done.
looks.
I'm doing the toothpick trick.
Yeah, it's coming out clean. I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that, y'all.
I don't remember them rising like this last time.
Well, I did
What'd you do different?
I put a little more baking powder. I did a
Good
whole
job.
teaspoon.
Oh, don't knock that over.
Okay, so
Awesome.
I'm gonna let these cool down. Wow. Yeah, those are gonna
really
be
happy
awesome
now.
buns. I like the top. It like has that kind of a, you know, if you ever like wiped egg wash on the top, how it would give that nice golden brown. So this was 10 minutes baked at 350 in the oven.
Whoops, sorry. I was looking for this.
Okay, what's that for?
I'm gonna just take all these off
Yeah.
and use that as just a drying rack.
Okay. And then we can put the chicken on.
Yeah. And then we just set this on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's reset the towel,
Yeah.
and I'll bring that over here. Or you can, you already have a glove on.
Okay.
Or
So.
I'll do it, I got this other glove.
Whew. Well, here, you want this one too?
Okay.
And then grab the tongs, and then we put the.
Well, I was gonna grab the whole foil and set it on there.
Okay.
Well-
I think it'll fit.
Well, I'll just use the spatula.
Materi said, no, the drama was unrelated. As for the deer, I put up 8-foot stakes and fishing line. I
Awesome.
felt bad about them. One was sitting. That's a bad sign. Oh, no. Well, can you make it dinner? Darcy said, poor heat. You need a 5-minute power nap. Better start cooking.
Oops. Or the foil.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's cheap thin foil.
Yeah, we got it at HEB 10 for 10.
Yes. Materi said, pretty sure that I need Pride socks and Chucks now. Yeah. Oh, Wild Turkey Bluff's here. Welcome back. Said, looks like another yummy evening. I think
I
so.
just gotta space these little rice so they're not actually touching each other.
Yeah, and then show them what you did.
I left my glove. Where'd I leave it?
Oh, and Renee said, mash that thumbs up. Yes, please, y'all. It really
Smash.
helps when you give us a thumbs
Oh.
up.
Thank you.
And when you comment, the more you comment, like in the live chat, I found out that the better it is. So if you could just comment and be careful, there's bacon grease in there.
Okay. Man, you guys see it? Y'all seeing this?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run this over and slip her in.
And
we're gonna do
air fry.
400 for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should check on it like 5 minutes to flip it, right?
Okay, yeah.
And make sure you put it back on the air fryer. All the way. One more. Keep going. There you go. And then set the timer.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
No, oh, Blue Doe's here. Hey, Jamie.
Hey,
Welcome
what's
back.
happening?
She goes, hey, y'all. How's everyone
Thanks for tuning
doing?
in.
We're doing great. Oh, Rhonda's here. Hey, Rhonda. Welcome again. I didn't know. Aren't you going to Vegas soon? She said, hey, family, just finished my elliptical workout and driving to grocery, then heading home. We'll ill hustle for a while, so I may not be able to respond. That's fine. We're glad you're here. Oh,
Yeah.
April Allen's here. Hey, April.
Hey.
Welcome back. Jujube said she's never had the savory flavors of Keto Chow. Well, we got this when they had a real promotion where they were like $8.
Yeah.
So that's how come we ended up with the tomato basil, because the only time I had it is I think in one of the like packs, I forget which one, you got like one of the chicken.
It's like a sample pack.
Yeah.
But we love using it for stuff like this. She's made some sweet cakes with it.
Mm-hmm.
I love using it from homemade barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
One other recipe we did.
Basil.
We use it for our pizza crust too.
Oh my gosh, the pizza crust, y'all,
That's
is
on another level.
phenomenal.
When we get back to the house permanent, we're going to do a video on how we do it on our Blackstone. We already have one up on how we do our skillet pizza, but we're going to do it with the Keto Chow instead.
Yeah, the Keto
Look at that,
Chow,
we'll feed you in a minute.
especially the tomato basil. Oh my gosh, as a pizza crust,
It's
it is perfect because it's that same bendability. If you like a New York style pizza,
foldable.
Yeah, it's like the perfect pizza crust, and it's such an easy recipe. We do use pork rinds because if you're new here, he can't have almonds. It like messes with his multiple sclerosis, so we avoid anything with almonds or almond flour or anything that's peanut related. So we started using the pork rinds instead as our like flour. And the pizza crust, and I think it was on one of the videos, right?
I think. We did this pizza, we did the pizza sticks.
No, not that one. I'm talking where we actually made the pizza.
Oh, yeah, I think we did. There is on one of the videos where we did it at an actual skillet on the stove here.
Yes.
But I'm wanting to do it on the Blackstone when we get home.
Well, I know. But I'm just saying, the tomato basil, you don't need marinara sauce.
Right.
Like, seriously. So if you're like me, if I have marinara, it kind of gives me a little indigestion. It's like too acidic or something. So this still gives that flavor of a pizza, like when you think of marinara. But without the marinara, you're just using the Keto Chow tomato basil.
It's perfect.
Which, to me, pizza, tomatoes, basil, and a pizza is like perfect. So this makes the perfect crust, and I love it. I think better than the cheese crust, better than the fat head,
yes,
better than the chicken,
yeah,
or the sausage crust. This is when I think of a traditional pizza, when we made it, it was like a real pizza. Like, I was like, what the heck? How is this just using Keto Chow? Because it had that same foldability and all of the flavors. It was like, I was like, why would I ever want to desire a regular pizza when I can use this?
And I was telling her too, while we're getting everything set up this evening, that we're gonna have to start ordering this on the regular because we use it in so many different
recipes.
Yes.
Carrie said, I'm getting some rum extract for that one, for the pina colada.
Oh, that sounds
I can imagine how wonderful. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Lori said, I'm excited about the new flavor, but I'm skipping the July box, so I won't get it. I'm going to have to order. Oh, yeah. Well, we are too. It's just we have so much, and with everything going on with the house.
We have a tote over there full of chow.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we have to put it on hold, and of course, everything that's like amazing is coming out.
Right. They timed it just right.
Jamie said, oh yes, definitely ordered pina colada. I need new caramel macchiato already. I know, I was noticing today.
Buzzer's fixing to go off.
My bag of caramel macchiato is getting really low, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have to get some more. Because I've kind of gotten used to having it every night in my coffee.
It is
like
it's in stock now, right? It's not just a
yeah.
limited.
Renee said, I'm thinking about busting out my tri-bike for a ride this weekend. Wow, that would be fun, Renee.
You should ride it to Houston.
I know, right? That's a little jaunt.
Yeah, but she needs the exercise anyways.
Chu said, my husband bought me unbuns for Mother's Day.
Oh,
Aww.
wow.
Kids took me to Cheesecake Factory, and I had the most wonderful burger on the defrosted unbun and sides up. Wow, that sounds really good.
Just get it here. Hopefully they can see it. But I think you're right. They need to be flipped.
Mm-hmm. Maitreya said, only a little, like 35 miles a day. Sunday work is doing a Pelotonia training ride. Then I'll bike to a restaurant for a frenzy date. Haven't seen her since March 2020. Wow. Oh, yeah, those are looking great. Well, that sounds like fun, Maitreya. Are you going to bike to Keto Palooza? Are you bringing your bike? Aren't you, instead of doing the 5K walk, you're going to bicycle? That's cool. I used to love riding my bicycle around the subdivision. Okay.
I'm just going to let it flip over like that so I can get my fingers under it.
Right? Yeah, because the bacon grease is in there. Ooh, this looks so good. I'm getting hungry.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's see. Oh.
Want to do another 5 minutes?
Yeah. Renee said, Heath, how are the new shoes working out?
Really good. Really good. I should have went with them from the beginning. In case anybody knows, I actually went down 2 shoe sizes. I was wearing a 13, now I'm down to an 11. And when I went to get the new shoes, I was trying to be cheap. and I got Skechers. Well, I only had them maybe 4 months, and they already started falling apart. Like the girls at the manager there at the Famous Footwear where I was returning them, we even said, yeah, that's not going to work. You're outside of your return day, but we're gonna take care of you anyways.
That was really awesome
because
I was really surprised because I told Heath, I said, well, the receipt only says 90 days and we're looking at 5 months now, so I don't know. Don't give them too hard a time, but yeah, go ahead and try and just see.
So I figured the worst to do is tell me no.
Right?
But the top of the shoe actually had a hole in it.
Yeah.
And parts of the sides just were flaking off. And I hadn't been doing anything crazy, but just walking in and out of the hotel and in and out of the house.
I know, because you weren't even doing like your construction job and stuff.
The other shoes, the ones that I traded in for, or moved on from, as I was wearing those on the construction jobs all the time.
Right.
For almost like 2 years or whatever.
I know.
And they still look brand new. I even showed, they were even commenting when I showed them. I said, because I wore them in there. Because that's the only ones I had. And I was like, she's like, yeah, they don't look old. I said, yeah, they're like 2 years old. And they look fine. But they're New Balance. So that's what I got now too. And these are almost identical to those other ones.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And then Renee said she didn't say that the bottles were tacky. Just that you make great product, so you need to make it look good.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, dear.
No, you're right. And thank you so much.
It is awesome.
That was the sweetest thing ever.
It was awesome. And I appreciate you.
Jessica's here.
If I don't mess with you, I'm mad at you. So.
Right? Renee said, way to climb, Heath, when you jumped up on the chair. Julie said the unbun is good. Burger has a keto burger on them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that they have one on it. Oh, Karen's here. Hey, Karen, welcome back. She said, did I set the alarm off?
Yeah.
I figured you did.
It was the Karen alarm.
Rob says, bomb, Heath and Shelly are the bomb. Thanks, Robert. You're the bomb. We do need to get together, though. We're always so busy.
Because we haven't met his new girlfriend either.
I know.
It's been a long time since we've seen him. And he don't live like maybe 30 minutes to maybe an hour from us?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
Well,
he's so busy.
Yeah, and I think he goes live like all day Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's really like our day off.
More errands.
Linda's here. Hey, Linda. She goes, what's cooking? Linda, we're making
buffalo chicken sandwiches.
Yeah. So we got our buns already made up. This is using the Keto Chow tomato basil. And the chicken's in the air fryer right now getting crispy. I already got the bacon done. And then we're going to top everything with the pepper jack cheese.
And we let I used like a half a bottle of Frank's Red Hot, poured over a pound of chicken and let it marinate all night long.
Yeah, if you saw the
video,
he posted it last night. No, it's close to 24.
Oh, really?
We did it last night.
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
And so it's been marinating ever since in that Frank's hot sauce. And I that's the good thing about chicken is it is so absorbable. Because one time the best chicken I made is I put it in this raspberry vinaigrette.
Oh, that was good.
And it just absorbed the whole vinaigrette flavor. Like, I didn't need to season it with anything.
Why don't we work on making that as a recipe?
What, raspberry vinaigrette?
Yeah, making our own.
Okay, sure. Carrie said, I managed to air fry my steaks without setting off the alarm. It's been a process. That's awesome. What do you
know what
think?
it did, though? I just told you, and I totally spaced it. We should have turned the vent fan on.
I don't think it needs a vent. It just needs that to be wet. Betrayed said the smoke detector alarm made my dog go crazy. He ran a full circuit of the house sounding the alarm. Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to have to take a break here in a second and feed her.
Yeah, why did you do that? Because the chicken's almost done.
Yeah, but it's that. I got 30 seconds on it.
Yeah, 20. I'm sorry, Maitreya. Renee said, just doing what I love for friends. It really isn't all that. Y'all are too much. We're not too much. Linda says your shirt's too big. They all saw your shirt.
No. This is the perfect size.
That's his 3X.
Renee told you it fits right.
Delilah's holding up. Oops. Oh, it jumped on me again. Oh, gosh. Everybody, y'all are so funny. Okay.
What are they doing now?
Delilah's holding up her leg today. I know. She's like, does it back and forth. I don't know. She's like.
The thermometer's not here.
It should be done.
Should be. But you
let's see here. Hi, Delilah. Oh, she's so pretty. Lori says you're pretty. Jamie said, I cook steaks in the cast iron, but Kim here, lots of people like them in the air fryer. What's the difference in taste?
We do both.
We do both. Honestly, I think I kind of prefer the cast iron for the steaks.
We did the New York strip in that last night, and it was pretty good. In the
cast iron, we did. But I know a lot of people like Steak and Butter Gal and Kelly Hogan. They all use the air fryer for the steaks. So I think they're all good. I think use what you got, or at least try it and just see what you think. I've heard it's just a quick and easy way of doing it. Okay, so he's just testing the temperature to make sure it's done. Well, now it's not even in the chicken.
Just touching it. Rob said just lay it on top. Alright, this thing sucks. I hate plastic utensils.
Jude said, Lowe's and Home Depot both sell the jalapeno peppers too if you want one, but I'll keep you posted. I have my first 2 itty bitty peppers this week. 1 yellow Hungarian wax pepper. Oh, and 1 pinata cayenne. Ooh, that sounds neat.
35, 39, 41, 45 is done, right?
Yeah.
Alright, these are done then.
My 7-year-old's so excited for her pepper babies. Oh, that's so
cool.
cute.
That's
so
awesome.
Hungarian wax pepper, is it spicy or no?
Victoria
said, oh, product stuff. Did an order with Perfect Keto to try stuff. Had an account issue emailed. They fixed it within an hour. Told me I shouldn't have paid shipping and refunded it. Oh, that's awesome. I've always had good results with them as well. You want to get our plates?
That's what I'm doing next.
Renee said, taking the hounds to get fecal tested tomorrow. They have to have a clear hookworm test to get boarded for my trip in July. Oh, okay. Well,
excellent dinner conversation.
I know, right? Do you want to put the cheese on the chicken?
Sure. Are we going to stick it back in there just for a minute to melt it?
Yeah, if you want.
Alright.
I'm fine with that. 4 pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And this is just regular, yeah, we got it at Whole Foods. There's one like right around the corner from the hotel. Oh, and Renee said, my hotline sauce order came in today so fast. I'm excited to try them. That's awesome. Yeah, if y'all are interested in Hotline Pepper, I think it's just hotlinepepper.com. Maybe Renee will put the link in the chat, but he's got some great, clean, keto-friendly hot sauces. If you use Hungry Horde in all caps, you get 10% off and free shipping. Carrie said, and the boarding is more than my vacation cost too. I know, right?
How long you want me to cook this for?
Probably just a minute.
Okay.
And Trey said, oh, that's just drama. Like, sorry she feels left out, but whatever. If you want, then pay like the others.
Right?
Let's see. Lori said, looks good. Matreya said, oh, puffed up. Laugh out loud. Jamie said, I like sincere, but as messed up as my teeth are right now, I probably would do better with a softer steak. Well, but you know, to me, a good steak. Oh, what am I doing?
The bread. You want to slice it for sandwiches?
No, I thought it was like top and bottom.
Oh, okay then.
Do you want to? What do you want to do? Do you want to slice it?
It's weird having 2 tops, 2 crowns.
Okay, well then give it to me.
Let's see. We'll just try and see what happens. Because I plan on eating 2 anyways.
Oh, alright.
I told you I'm hungry.
Oh, I know.
I'm a grown boy.
Okay. Messed up a little bit there, but okay. Let's try another one.
Oh, did you ever get out the hey yo sauce or still
fridge? No, we do need the hey yo. Okay.
We're getting the bacon right now.
Okay, their boarding place is a Greyhound-only resort.
Oh, wow.
So they will get hound playtime, massages daily, and pumpkin yogurt treats before bed. Aw, that's sweet.
This cheese should be good, right?
Huh?
I'm melting the cheese in here. It should be good.
Yeah. Alright. Ooh, that one turned out a little
Oh,
bit better.
yeah. Look at that. I think that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is good or not, if I'm in the shot.
Up. There you go.
I'm actually pleased with how these turned out.
I'm saying.
A lot of what? Oh, that's hot.
Let's see. Oh, Renee said those pumped up way more. Trey said, and like you only have to wait like 2 weeks more for new flavors.
Oh, yeah.
Well, right? When you don't do the
Chow?
Chow.
The club?
Yeah, oh look, that one turned out really good. Brian said, Karen is watching with me as she stages herself to ride tomorrow. He said, those buns look amazing. So impressive. I've got to find some of those silicone modes. We just got them on Amazon.
Oh, we'll go back after this. If you go back like tomorrow or whatever, I'll add the link in here as the ones we used.
Yeah, but yeah, Trey asked, are those from Amazon? Yeah.
Yes.
I think they were just like $8, right?
I think so. And I think it came in a 6-pack.
It's either a 6 or an 8-pack.
Well, there's 4 here and there's 2 more on top of the fridge. It gives a 6-pack.
Okay, good.
But like I said in the description on it, they say that they're cake molds.
Yeah.
But we thought they'd work perfect for this.
So you're saying, Jamie said if we comment too much, we'll keep you up all night catching up on our nattering.
That's fine.
We don't have plans. Actually, we're going to be painting this weekend. Okay. Oops, sorry.
Oh, just throw it on the floor.
So we got our buns. Now, here's our Hey Yo sauce. We just released that this week. And it's really good, y'all. Who else has made this? I know Renee made it. I loved her version of it. So I'm just going to put this. Now, he likes to do a schmear. I like to do a nice dollop. I like it to be really creamy on top.
Speaking of Renee, look how much is gone in my 5-spice. I gave you that whole jar, so now I'm going to have to make me another batch. I'm starting to run out.
Aww.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we'll have to do that next week. So yeah, we're going to be painting this weekend. There, did I smear that, or do you want more?
That's good. A little bit more, but I lost my cozy.
I don't know. Who knows what you do with your stuff?
I'm losing my mind. I just had it this morning. This is crazy.
Okay.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to go clean. We're going to shut this off later, clean up, and then boom, it'll show up.
Well, yeah.
There it is.
Robert said, if you're lurking, please drop a dot in the chat once in a while. We'll know you're busy or don't want to chat, but this will help us gain view time. Oh,
I
thanks,
didn't know
Robert.
that. That's a good idea, bro.
Yeah. And Brian said, we should comment lots. Ha ha ha. Nan said, those rolls look delicious. Thank you. And
Yeah, you
Lori
nailed it
said,
this time.
YMCA. Renee said, yo, man. Jamie said, I'm excited about making more things with Keto Chow when I start adding foods back in. What did you do?
I reached over to grab this and put my arm right in your sauce. Now I'm feeling saucy.
Oh, Lynette's here. Hey, Lynette, welcome back.
What's going on?
Jamie said, I'm excited about making more things. Oh, I just read that. Renee said, welcome back to the Horde. Oh, Maitreya said she loves the pizza stick recipe. Thank you. Those were so good, too.
Yeah, we called them pizza sticks, but they honestly reminded me more of like a French bread pizza. Especially the way they looked.
Glenda said, I'm so spoiled now with the 2KK recipe, homemade yogurt. I don't think I'd go back to store-bought. Right? That yogurt is, I really want to make that. I'm thinking once we're settled in, back in our house, that's my plan, is to start making my own yogurt again. Down on the bottom. Yeah, give me the smaller chickens.
Well then, I want one of these.
Oh, that other one I thought was smaller.
This one, okay?
Doesn't it?
Yeah, let's scoop that one off. That one over here.
There we go.
Oh.
This is looking good. We'll have to show you. Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy. Okay, let's see. So, 2KK makes some wonderful recipes. Their yogurt is like amazing.
Rachel.
Carla's here. Welcome back, Carla.
Joe is like a mad scientist in that kitchen.
Yes, he is. Betrayal said she thought about biking to Keto Palooza, but my Tory bike needs a part and there's a shortage.
Aww.
Oh, she's bringing the road bike. Oh, nice. How long a trip would that be if you were to bicycle to Louisville? And Lori said Skechers stuck. She goes, I used to love them, but they've changed so much and they're so uncomfortable now.
Right?
Because, see, I used to think they were decent shoes, but I guess they changed. Or is it the 3-year-olds aren't making them very well?
Maybe. Well, also, I used to buy them all the time because I'd go to their outlet store.
Yeah.
And there was buy one, get one 50% off.
Yeah.
And that's when I fell in love with them.
Okay.
But now I hate them.
Well,
and then we got these Asiago and Pepper Jack wisps we're going to have with it.
Yeah. Okay, let me get caught up and then I'm going to show y'all close up. Lori said, oh, okay, I read that. Matrea said, Skechers were great when they first came out, but now they're awful. Too bad. Renee said, Skechers and Nikes are job security for me.
Well, yeah, because I was talking to my brother about it, and I was telling him, well, maybe I'll go with Nike. He goes, why? The same 3-year-olds are making the Nike that are making the Skechers. You're going to have the same problem.
Wow. Lori said, I bought some Nike shoes before I went to Universal, and they aren't uncomfortable anymore either. I need to get New Balance. Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite. You want to do me a favor?
Huh.
Spot me this for the pickles.
Okay.
Because in my mind, it's not a real chicken sandwich unless it has pickles.
Right. Jajube said, Skechers look good and feel great in the store, but they aren't made to last.
Obviously.
Right?
Why didn't y'all tell me before I bought them?
You didn't ask. Lori said, I'm sorry, Lynette said, Brooks and Asics are my shoes of choice. Oh, I haven't heard of them.
I haven't heard of Asics. I was looking at some while I was at the store.
Well, I guess you get all the pickles then, huh?
Well, I will get some more. I only have 4. I'm doing it kind of like Chick-fil-A does. You just put a hint of pickles on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Let's see. Brian said, my nicest pair of shoes are Skechers because I refuse to wear them. So they're in the donate group of clothing items now.
We don't need this fork. I just use the one I use for the pickles.
Even their small kid shoes are no good either.
Wow.
That's a shame. Matrea said, I have Asics and SAS. Oh, I've never heard of SAS either.
I have.
Renee said, New Balance and Hoka are excellent. A pretty price, but save the body a ton of aches and pains. Well, I had a friend who told me the one thing you should never cut cost on is your shoes.
Or
He's
your
like,
barbecue.
because he took me one time to the actual New Balance location here in Houston, and like you go in and they just put it there. They and then recommend all the things and.
I should have bought it from Al Bundy.
And they actually did it, and I think the shoe at the time, gosh, this was a while back, but I think they were like $150 a pair, and he was like, good, I'm buying you these, and they will be just as good a shape a year from now, and especially because I was like walking a couple miles every day at the time, and he's like, especially with all your walking, these are the type of shoes you should be walking in. So ever since then, I was like, oh, okay, I guess I should buy good shoes. I just hate spending money.
All right. Look at these, y'all. How
Well,
awesome
go
they
show
look.
them. Jamie said, shoes are definitely worth investing some decent money. It's one of those things you'll spend more in the long run if you keep buying cheap brands. Exactly. Lori said, I used to like
Let me know if it's good or not.
Well, I can't. There's such a delay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks perfect, actually.
You know what we could do next time also? Sprinkle some sesame seeds on top of it.
Oh, yeah. That's
like
a
a
good
sesame
idea.
seed bun.
I used to like Riker shoes, but even they've gone down in quality.
Grab your phone. I gotta give you some shots for the grams.
Okay.
Please.
Where did they go? Shoot. Oh, Renee said, Aces are good, but they just don't hold up long enough for the price. Brooks are great too, but only if you have a narrow foot. Oh, well, that's not me. I have a very wide foot. Thanks, Dad. Maitreya said, I can't wear New Balance. They just don't fit me. I tried on everyone in the store they had. Felt bad, but my spouse loves them. Oh, I'm sorry. Jujube said, Parrothead, that's interesting. I'm married to a soldier, and they all get Asics because they last way longer for PT and the AM compared to other brands. Oh. Linda said, my dog was shaking too. I'm sorry. Carla said, Shelly, where did you get the molds for the buns? That was on Amazon. So we'll definitely post the link afterwards.
Can you take a break, just rest on my laptop?
Maybe.
And look at my Amazon history. If they don't mind waiting. And then you can just copy paste it in there.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, give me a minute.
Because I even have an Amazon link right there on my screen. See the little logo?
Yeah. Let's see. Jamie said, I have flat feet, plantar fasciitis, so I wear a specialty brand called Kuru.
Oh,
Only
wow.
kind of shoes that I don't need orthotics with. Oh.
Wow.
Wow, because I also have more of a, like when I was little, I had to wear special shoes because my feet were so flat.
This is amazing.
Wow. Okay, here they are. Here's the molds. Okay.
And in the top right, I even have the shortened Amazon link. Because y'all know sometimes when you go to copy paste Amazon links, that gives you a novel. But I downloaded an app for it that shortens it up.
So here's the molds. There. Alright. I just posted the link to the molds. And they were, $7.99. That was pretty close.
This is so good.
Okay. Jude said, I have Brooks. I'm a 9 wide women's, but Brooks women's wide isn't wide enough. So get a men's 7 double wide. Men's wide is wider than a woman's wide. Oh, wow. I never even thought of doing that because I have a wide foot. I'll have to remember that. Maitreya said, I also like them on the pellet grill. Oh, yeah, the steaks.
Yeah, we do too. I'm missing my grill.
Renee said, interesting. I've tried the Kuru. I battled plantar fasciitis too and had several fractures injured. So I left Brooks and have been in Hoko without my inserts for several years now. Oh, wow. Look at all of us with our plantar fasciitis, right?
This looks like a regular hamburger bun.
I'm saying.
Those molds are like the perfect shape.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Did it look good?
Because, like, I don't know if I've told you, I've heard the story about me before, but it was a hard thing for me to go on keto because one of my 3 favorite foods were pizza, burgers, and tacos. So it was bread. So we've been having fun trying new recipes to make it. And on my burgers, I always liked it when the patty sticks out a little bit bigger, further than the bun. Yeah. So now we know what the form of patty's like.
Yeah, that's true. Lynette said my plantar fasciitis went away with keto. Wow, that's awesome. All right, let me try.
This is amazing.
Let me try the sandwich, y'all. Look at this.
I wonder how these would be cut them open like this and then toast them. Like in the skillet or on the flat top.
Yeah.
We're going to keep playing with this.
Wow, that is good.
Because once we're, that's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Once we're back home, I want to do these in the oven for real and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And if the air fryer is better, then we'll just keep doing it that way.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's like a real sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Thank you, Keto Chow. This is amazing.
Like the bread, the consistency it gives that patty feel.
It reminds me of Miss Barrett's.
Mm-hmm. And then the chicken's crispy. I like the crispiness. The pork pico worked perfect.
Mm-hmm. And the 24-hour marinade was the key.
Yeah, so you really get. I mean, it's not overwhelming. To me, Frank's is not real spicy, but it gives a good little kick.
But I chose it because it was already a half a bottle. Mm-hmm. We already had it, so I'm just using what we had.
And then the bacon is perfectly crispy. That gives another crunch. And then our Hey Yo sauce. What did we make that? About 3 or 4 days ago? Mm-hmm. We made it earlier this week. I can't remember. It was either Monday or Tuesday. So it is sat and it's really built up the heat, y'all. Mm-hmm. Jujube said Hungarian wax are between a jalapeno and a serrano.
Oh, okay.
Google Peter Peppers are growing one because I couldn't stop laughing at my kiddo begging me. Peter Peppers. Let's see. Peter Pepper. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Peter Pepper. Well, come on, Google. Chili pepper that's known for its unusual shape. Oh, okay.
If we were fancy like Chris and Miriam,
that is quite one. I know. I need to get fancy. Oh, there, Renee shared the link to Hotline Pepper products.
Oh,
thank you, Renee. Brian said, ooh, Evil Ooze.
Yes. Evil Ooze is one of my favorites.
And then, Jujube said, Parrot Head, I have my own heel cups due to massive bone spurs. Oh. Let's see, is that the right link to the hotline? Because remember, there was like more than one. Is that it? Is that the right one?
I don't know. Scroll up, but that's usually have a picture. Yeah, it looks like it.
I thought that was that it.
Well,
we click on buy now.
Look at the very top. And what does it actually say on the address?
Hotline Pepper products. But remember, there's one that's Hotline Pepper and one that's Hotline Pepper products. Let's see. It's still. Oh, it's not working when I click the link. Oh, okay. We'll just see.
Another thing you do is just open up my messenger and message Carrie and ask him for a link.
I think it's just hotlinepepper.com. Anyways, Lori said, okay, which one of these sauces is the least spicy?
The garlic and gringo.
Yeah, that Renee already told her.
Okay.
Karen
it's good,
said,
it's just not spicy.
Karen said, that looks delicious. Jujube said, I hate ordering online. I wish they were in stores somewhere, right?
Well.
Carla said, I couldn't find them on Amazon. I posted it down below, Carla. Oh, Linda said, I wear Reeboks, but the heel cup is too round for me. I'm a narrow heel.
Huh.
Rhonda said, Shelly, hubby's coming to town on Monday. We're leaving for Vegas on Thursday. Anniversary is next Saturday and coming back on next Sunday. Wow, 21 years of cohabitating and 12 years of marriage. Aw, happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
That's so fun.
What all are you going to go see while you're in Vegas?
Yeah.
One of the shows we really enjoyed was Penn and Teller and Carrot Top. That one was amazing.
I know. I was like, I don't really want to see Carrot Top, and we went. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the best show. That was probably my favorite show when we were there. And what was unfortunate, there was a show, not Cirque du Soleil. I forget. It's in front of Caesars.
Oh,
I
want to go back to that now because I was too big for the chairs.
Yeah, he was too big for the chairs. So when we went, we had got like real close seats. I forget what it is, but one of the circus type shows. But the chairs were so small, y'all, and we were like, oh, look, we can't fit in these chairs because they're too small. And they ended up giving our money back. But we were really disappointed because I really was looking forward to the show. Because I just heard it was a lot of fun, especially if you're sitting up close. And so now that remember you were like, I don't know why we'd go back to Vegas. That's why we would go, so we could go to some of the shows.
Right, that's what
because there was a few shows we didn't go to because the seats were small.
That's true.
But now we can do it. That'd be awesome. Jamie said, I'm too much of a wuss to make any of y'all's spicy recipes. Aw, well, you can always tone it down. You don't have to be as spicy as we are, right?
Yeah, you can make it mild.
Yeah.
Or not spicy at all if you want. I mean, that's how Robert's going to do it. He didn't like spice at all.
No.
I remember one time, because we were roommates for a while, and I heated up, this is way back in the day, before keto. I just had a can of the ranch style beans with jalapenos in it, and it was just too hot for him. He just doesn't like spice at all.
Lynette said, feeling saucy. Renee said, hey Shelly, can you do a quick recap of y'all prep this meal for those that joined late? Yes. So what we did, and this is it's our take on a local restaurant that came out with a buffalo chicken, it was a ranch buffalo chicken sandwich.
Buffalo chicken ranch, I think is what they call it.
So, what we did is we used Keto Chow, the tomato basil, it's like so perfect, to make our buns. Real easy, we just follow the Keto Chow drop biscuit recipe. So go to their website, ketochow.xyz, and follow for the recipe on how to do it. Real easy. All I do is I just split it between 4 of the molds, and then I did increase 1 teaspoon of the baking powder, and then instead of almond flour, we always use pork rinds as our flour, pork rind crumbs, or pork panko. And then for our chicken, we just got some cheap chicken, thin sliced chicken breast. We soaked it yesterday, so go watch the video. We soaked it in the Frank's hot sauce overnight.
Basically, half a bottle.
Yeah, basically for 24 hours. Then we coated them in the pork crumbs or the pork panko. Nice coating. We put those in the air fryer for about 5 minutes on each side. Then we topped
400 degrees.
Yeah, 400. We topped it with some pepper jack cheese. Put it again in the air fryer just to melt the cheese. I already had some bacon I crisped up, so we put the chicken, the bacon, some pickles, of course, and then we used our Hey Yo sauce as our ranch dressing. It's our schmear on the sandwich, or I lathered mine.
Yeah, these would be better if we toasted them. They're kind of too spongy. But I didn't like that on regular bread either, though.
But I feel like if you're thinking of, if we went to that restaurant and we had gotten it, this is how their bread would have been. Right?
Sort of. Remember, I used to work there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they do have a toaster they run it through. They have a little drum that they dip in, they call it bun oil, and it rotates, and you take the bun, smash it on there, and you drop it down the little conveyor belt toaster. So they toast all their buns first.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking on the chicken one.
Even on the breakfast sandwiches, they do that too.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that next time. Oh, Lori said, I made another batch of yogurt today. Nice. Jujube said, how do you think the Hey Yo sauce is if I put some cottage cheese in a blender instead of yogurt? Hubs has to work all day trying to think how I could make it without, with what I have on hand. I would think the cottage cheese would work. Yeah, if you blend it up to where it's nice and smooth, that should work too.
Yeah. That should work perfect, actually. Especially, yeah, what you said, blend it.
Oh, Matre said it would take a few days to get down to Louisville. There's a trail most of the way, so you'd be able to camp. Oh. Okay. Well, that would be cool. But how's the weather like at that time of year up there?
All right.
Jamie said, I'll be able to get a lot of things soon. Have a 10,000 check waiting to be cashed. Teeth fixed, new shoes, booking the low-carb cruise too.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Way to go, Jamie. I'm happy for you. Lynette said, I'm so... Why did I do that? Jumped on me. I'm so excited for the low-carb cruise. Are you going too? Who else is going to the low-carb cruise?
We're trying to. I just don't know yet.
Rob gave eyes. I guess that means he's watching. Oh, Blaine's here. Hey, Blaine, welcome back.
Hey.
He said, I've had fairly good luck with my Skechers.
Oh, lucky you.
That's good, though. Well, maybe you get some better up there.
Yes.
Jamie said SAS is called San Antonio shoes.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know.
I've heard of them, but I just didn't know that's what it stood for. I'm getting full now.
Rhonda said, I need to know, has anyone else tried the 2KK pancakes? I've tried it twice, and both times they taste eggy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Daughter tasted it, said the same thing. Huh. We did make them. Did you notice them being eggy?
Oh, they're amazing.
But I did, are you putting them in the blender? That's what I did. I put it all in my Vitamix and blended it, so maybe that's why. Have you tried doing, maybe just do one less egg and see if it makes a difference, and add, now on mine I did end up adding around 1/4 cup of water to kind of thin it out because it was a little too thick. So maybe, are you adding any water to it? Or almond milk. I heard some people will do almond milk. Karen said, that looks amazing. Blaine says, best shoes I've had were a pair of Red Wing work shoes. Great shoes, lasted 5 years, just really expensive.
I haven't even thought about doing that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Jamie said, those look amazing. Drool worthy even.
They're really good.
Thanks.
And this is crazy too, because it's the first time I've ever made them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what we need to do though? Figure out what we're making next week.
Yeah, what do you want us to do next Friday? Renee said, best thing is to find a local running specialty store and call and ask if they got gait analysis. They'll watch you walk and analyze how your foot, ankle, etc. move and give you a model. Oh, yeah, that's what they did at the New Balance store when I went. I had to like walk for them. I didn't know what they were doing. I was just like, okay, weirdos. Lori said, yeah, they're eggy to me, but I still like them. I'm just more of a waffle gal. Yeah. Somebody's hungry.
As soon as I'm done, I'll feed her.
Aw, thank you. You gotta feed you soon.
Honestly, I'm going to do it now. It's not fair.
Matreya said, I like the pancakes, but I don't notice egginess in general. I'm way lazy though, and I'm fine with just eggs, keto chow, a little water. More people won't like those.
Alright.
Karen said, thanks, Heath. I just put the molds in my cart. Yay!
Awesome.
Thank you. Oh, Matreya ordered the molds too.
Oh, wow.
And so did Lynette. Wow. I wish we had like affiliate links, right?
Right?
That would have been cool. Oh well. Jamie said, yeah, I often bought men's wide sizes when shopping in stores. Kurus, I can actually get the women's, but I wear a 10.5. Oh. I'll have to look at that. I guess I'm like the type of person, I just hate wearing shoes. Like,
she's real country.
Whatever. I would just be happy with going around barefoot, like honestly. So, and here in Texas, since it's hot most of the time, I just wear flip-flops. So I did get some good flip-flops. Renee, what was the brand again? I forget the brand I bought. It was some Hawaiian brand. And so I just wear those most of the time. Now, I probably should get some better ones whenever we go to Keto Palooza for the 5K.
I'm going to give her a little extra because that's all that's left.
All right.
If y'all are wondering, it's called Chow Hound. So if we eat chow, so does she.
Jajube said, I gotta laugh. We're over here talking about worms, dogs, and shoes, and he is like, look at my sandwich. Shoes, this is so good. Peppers, this is amazing. Oh, Linda ordered a set too. Wow, that's so awesome, y'all. She said it was a little over $8. I get them Monday. Woohoo! Jajube said, so if I order the Keto Chow sampler, the best use of tomato basil makes the best pizza crust. Maybe next payday. Yeah,
And my barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it in the sampler? Honestly, I'm not familiar with that. But yeah, the Keto Chow tomato basil. I love the pizza crust. And his barbecue sauce, to me, it replaces the tomato that you need in a barbecue sauce. And I think it's perfect. I think when we're making the sauce, though, we're going to try next time adding some beef gelatin just to kind of thicken it up. I know we could also do xanthan gum, but we're going to try both ways and see which gives a better consistency to the barbecue sauce. But I do like it for the barbecue sauce, too.
we got her leg, we're giving her these pills, and what we found that the best way to get her to eat it is to hide it in a piece of hot dog.
Yeah. She's a little spoiled. Why don't you put it up? And you put that sauce up. Thank you, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Rhonda said, Maitreya, your kicks. I love egg, but not as a pancake. Jamie said, Gringo sauce sounds about right for me. Right? Rhonda said, y'all making me hungry, and I wasn't going to eat dinner. Maybe watching y'all make that fabulous meal wasn't a good idea. Sorry. It is good, though. Let's see. Renee said, I strayed from my usual chicken and bacon for lunch today. Uh-oh.
Oh, what'd you have?
Renee, are you okay? She said, I had cowboy burger with bacon and cheese and some Dave's Insanity on top. So good. Ooh.
Did your coworkers ask you about that? Because you said they don't always ask me what you're eating. Because
right?
your food smells better than theirs.
What made it a cowboy burger? Is it the jalapenos in it? Is it the H-E-B cowboy?
That's what I was going to say. Probably the H-E-B pre-made.
Rhonda said, not going to gamble much because I don't really like Vegas gambling. We're going to wing it, explore, and act like newlyweds. Oh, that's nice. So cute. I honestly, when we went to Vegas, we've gone, 4 times now?
Only twice.
We went for when we got married and our anniversary.
Right, I remember that one.
And then we went another time on a road trip. And I thought one other time.
I don't remember doing it.
Anyways, at least 4 times. But one time what we did is we drove out to Hoover Dam.
That was awesome.
And the Grand Canyon, because that's a day trip. And then and when we went to, I don't know if y'all ever watched Pawn Stars. He would have the guy on there from the Clark's County Museum.
Yeah.
What did he call him? The Hat of Knowledge or something?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we went out to that museum one time, so it's kind of way on the outskirts, but that's a fun little museum to go to, all about Clark County and everything, and of course the shows, and just walking around. I mean, going into some of those hotels alone, like last time we stayed at the Venetian, right? No, we didn't. Did we?
I was trying to start from the beginning. Where's the one we...
Okay, the first time we stayed at the Golden Nugget.
That was awful.
It wasn't awful. It's just, that's 1980s Vegas.
And the reason why we picked that, because Tillman Fertitta owns it, and he's from Houston, so I'm trying to keep, home team, trying to take care of my homies. But I wasn't impressed with his hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then the next time was
it was nice.
Caesars, and we stayed at the Naboo.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fun. And Caesar's Palace, that's fun to walk around. And last time, and then one time we stayed at Planet Hollywood. I wouldn't recommend that one. And then last time it was
it was Naboo. We've stayed at Naboo twice.
No, we were going to, but remember they had all those issues.
Oh, with the parking.
So we stayed at no, it was the Venetian where it has the gondola and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed at the Venetian last time, which what was cool, Rhonda, is if you have the hotel already booked, go in there and try to edit and say you're on your anniversary or honeymoon, any of that. This is what we do for all of our trips. I always put on there like our birthday or our anniversary, and they actually upgraded us to a suite for free because it was our anniversary, which it really was. It was that was during that time, anyways. And so they upgraded us at the Venetian, and I remember one day he did play some poker. I went walking around all of the shops, and I had fun just doing that for like 4 or 5 hours, just window shopping and everything, because there's lots of cool stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Vegas is fun. But we gambled maybe a couple times, but that, like yours was mostly about poker. But
yeah, I was never really a gambler to begin with. And we found a couple other casinos, and if they didn't have a poker, we don't even bother.
Yeah. But it's fun just to go look at all the hotels. And then we went to the shows, and then there's all kinds of activities.
Yeah.
Like the jumping off the one Rio, and yeah.
There's also kinds of different restaurants out there too that aren't even at the casinos that are real good too.
Yeah, we found some great ones that were off strip, really cheap.
Especially
the breakfast place.
I can't remember what it's called.
Shoot, we'll have to look it up. But
I got a buddy of mine that lives out there, and he hooks us up with a bunch of stuff.
He's like, no, don't go to that place. Here's where you should go. And it's kind of, I think it was like something like Sweet Baby Cakes, or it was a cutesy name.
Baby cake. No, I remember because it was close to the thing.
No, it wasn't that though. But it was something like that. And it's a cute little like breakfast place where you get like cheap, steak and eggs and stuff for real cheap. Lynette said, I had KC Pina Colada ice cream for lunch. It was amazing. Lynette, I'm so jelly. You get to try all the new stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you tried it as ice cream. What about as like a shake or like a drink? Because that's what I'm thinking of Pina Colada. I'm like, ooh, I put some coconut around the rim of the cup. Oh, Jerry's going on the cruise. I know, Jerry. Are you going on any other cruises between? Because, like, is this happening to you too, Jerry? Like, I'm getting emails constantly from Princess and Carnival and Royal. Like, oh, cruises, book your cruise now. Book your cruise now.
Like, flyers now, too.
Yeah, flyers and emails. Like, I get an email almost every day from one of those three telling me I need to book my next cruise now, and all these special promotions. But I
don't we still have a bonus from Princess too?
No, they refunded it to us because of everything. Delilah.
We don't know if you're Jerry or anybody else. If y'all ever cruise on Princess, it's like our favorite line. No, Princess though.
Oh yeah.
If you book one while you're on the cruise, you get wait, what's the catch? I'm sorry. I had to wait till she took a bite. Mm-hmm. You get you get credit on the next cruise. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carnival doesn't do it though, but Princess does.
So it's a future cruise credit.
Yeah.
It's $100 deposit is all you pay at the time, and then you also get $100 on board credit. So it basically like in a way kind of pay, like it's like a bonus. You get a deposit that's reduced to only $100, and then plus whenever you go on the cruise, you have $100 on board credit. If for some reason, like what happened to us, we weren't able to do a cruise within the next 2 years. You don't even have to like pick a cruise. You could just put it down and have it saved, and then we weren't able to go on one in 2 years, so they just send us the refund if you don't do it. So you get your you're not going to lose your $100, in other words.
And another trick she found too is if you buy stock on Carnival.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm sure Jerry knows that. Rob said, have a great night, gotta go. He said, a message sent at 7:55. Oh, so we're about over 15 minutes behind.
Oh, wow.
Jerry said, we just got back from Costco. Welcome back, Jerry and Patty. Jujube said, try using room temp eggs too. Warmer eggs reduce the egg taste in truffles. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, good tip.
Nice. Nan said, nurses wear SAS shoes. We need all the help we can get. That's so true, Nan.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you're on your feet all day.
Right? Oops. I don't know why it sometimes jumps on me. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Jessica said, I love the pancakes. I just finished eating banana Keto Chow pancakes. Ooh, that sounds good. And tossed some walnut. Oh.
I'm still scared to try their bananas. I mean, their
peanut butter?
Yeah, the peanut butter flavor.
Yeah. But you know what we were thinking when we made the apple pie one? I was like, you know what would have been good is to get the Lily's caramel chips. Oh, yeah. Or we were also saying to get like the white ones, the white Lily's chips to put in like the chocolate or different ones. Make them like really fancy, right? Uh-huh. Jerry said I did the snickerdoodle pancakes and they weren't eggy at all. Nice. Rhonda says she loves the 2KK yogurt a lot. Made some on Monday. Well, that's awesome.
Go get on
I
your
can't wait to.
couch.
She wants to go OUT.
I know, but I don't want to leave my friends.
Renee said, "You guys are trendsetters." Us? No, probably not us. Maitreya said, "Flank steak." Oh, spicy barbecue chicken pizza. Ooh, that'd be
that
good.
does sound good.
That does sound good.
That's what I used to order all the time from Pizza Hut.
Lori said, "Gonna get off here for the night. Got storms moving in." Oh no. She says, "Have a great weekend." Well, thanks for joining us, Lori. Thank you.
Night.
Good night.
Thanks
Have a
for
great
watching.
weekend. Renee said it was the Sam's Cowboy Burger.
Oh.
Gonna try the new brisket burgers next week. Oh, awesome. So
Do they have them at Walmart? Because those ones that Joe and Rachel are always raving about, I heard that I can get them at Walmart too.
Yeah.
That's a really good sandwich.
Oh.
I'm watching you eat. It's fucking awesome.
Julie said, "I like the green sauce."
Oh?
Oh, like
green
from, like is that the green sauce? Like the green.
Yeah, that one is pretty
Oh,
good too.
the habanero or the garlicky gringo?
There's another one that there's an actual bottle of sauce I've seen in the stores before. I think I bought it. It's
Oh.
called the green sauce.
Oh, okay. Rhonda
I think
said,
that's what it's
"Blender,
called.
yes, because of mixing of the sour cream, I made pancakes
You don't
with
have to
Casey
scratch
and
me.
less eggs, but adding a teaspoon of coconut flour nut milk. Guess I'll have to go back to mine." Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was listening to, tuned
Oh,
in.
Carla got the molds too.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
No, but earlier on Keto Chow's live this morning, somebody was talking about making something with their, I don't remember what exactly flavor they were doing, but they were talking about using like coconut milk to mix it up and giving it kind of a different taste. I was like, well, we might need to try that. I might be good just doing that in chocolate.
Oh, wow. Okay. Rhonda said, "Came home to 3 Amazon packages and a keto crate. That's really not helping with not eating dinner idea. Help me, y'all. What do you do? What do you do?" Well, I would say if you really don't want to eat dinner, just have a nice cup of like hot coffee or hot tea, like Renee said, and just take your mind off of eating. Keep busy with something else. Carla said, "How long did we bake the buns?" We did it at 350 for, was it just 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
They were done. Perfect. Yeah, 350 at 10 minutes.
And usually when she makes them, they come out a little more flat.
Yeah.
But she added how much baking powder this time?
Baking
Total.
powder. 1 teaspoon. Maitreya said, "Is it more pineapple-y or coconut-y?" Oh, the pina colada. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, Jerry said, "Yep, emails are coming in fast and furious." Boom, Dano. Lynette said, "I like the pina colada as a shake, but making it into ice cream takes it to a whole different level." Oh.
Wow.
And she said it's more coconut-y.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Jerry said, "I'd love to do a Mexico cruise this winter. I have $200 in future cruise credits. Plus, you get extra perks on board."
What
Oh,
line?
that'd be fun. The Princess.
Oh, Princess? Okay.
Yeah, that's what his favorite too.
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Well, whereabouts in Mexico do they go? Because we're not that far. Because they don't sell out of Galveston anymore, so I was wondering where we catch it. Out of New Orleans? Or
I don't think they're out of New Orleans, are they?
Princess doesn't? Okay.
I was thinking they're in Florida, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking where they would go.
Oh yeah, where would you go, Jerry?
Where
to
they
catch-
sell out of.
Because I know I was San Diego.
Okay.
We could do some of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've looked at the Mexico Riviera before. I wish we'd go on a cruise. Life just needs to get better, and then we can start traveling.
Well, I'm just putting you all on notice right now. I'm winning the lotto tomorrow night. Then we'll be going on all kinds of cruises.
Mm-hmm.
I might even buy a cruise ship.
And then
It might be a little toy, but I'll buy one.
And then if we win the lotto tomorrow, everybody who's in the Hungry Word tonight, everybody that commented on the live, we'll take them on a cruise with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
3-day cruise.
No. Jajube said they are hurting, the cruise lines. I've not been on one in over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Sadly, I'm getting calls as a valued frequent traveler. I went on 2 cruises, 2001 and 2000 in college. Oh, wow. Get it together, Carnival. Right? It is funny the things they come up with. Oh, Jerry said they sold their Carnival stock just after it crashed. Oh, that sucks. I bought some, like Lynette, I bought some as soon as it dropped down to like under $8. I went and bought at least 100 shares, maybe a little more. And so right now, I mean, it's paying off for me right now, but I'm hoping to get it up to the $50 where it was at before. And then I'll probably like cash it in. So I was like, well, if I could just get it to that, then I'll make some good profit off of it.
Right. But yeah, she had to work on me for like 2 years to even get me to go on a cruise. Because all I always heard was all the horrible stuff about them, and she's like, no. And then of course, the first one we went on, the first show we went to, basically reminded me of Vacation Bible School stuff because they were using puppets for everything. She's like, trust me, it gets better.
Carnival one.
She's all, it gets better, trust me. But now I'm hooked. I want to go on all the time. I'm ready to go on another one.
Yes. Ronnie said, that's a great idea, Shelly. Thanks for the advice. Oh, and by the way, you need to keep your hair that color. It's off the chain, looks great on you. Oh, wow. Thank you. You're going to take her out?
I got to let the dog out. Yeah. Well, see, if we were at home, I just opened the back door and let her run out in the yard. But here at the hotel, I got to actually walk her. Come here. And she'll grab the leash and try and drag me before I can get her hooked up.
Yeah.
See, look, she's grabbing it right there.
Now she's like, oh no, I forgot I'm on camera.
You ready? Then she's gonna take me for a walk.
Yeah, she's like, come on already. He'll be back real short.
Oh.
Jerry said only 338 days until low carb cruise. Yay! That's so awesome. Lynette said I need to start a KPL countdown. Yes, you do. Oh my gosh, remember the days where you used to do countdowns for your trips? I feel like so out of the loop with everything because it's just been so forever since I've done any of that. I'm like, that's why I'm so excited about Keto Palooza because I'm like, oh my gosh, a real vacation. So yes, that'll be awesome. Lynette said, girlfriend, you're cracking me up. Let's see, Juju said, air fry will bake different than an oven too, though. That is very true. That's why right now we're using, our air fryer has an air bake setting and a bake setting. So we're excited when we get back in our house and then can redo some of these and see if we get the same results. Let's see. Renee said, don't forget to smash that like button, Horde. Thank you. Jajib said for the baking of the buns. Yeah, but I would think 350 for about 10 minutes. I mean, you could maybe check on them at about roughly 8 minutes and just see. But it should be pretty close to that. Ronna said, I used the room temperature on the second batch. Daughter and I had the taste test. Nope, no good. Aw, that's sad. That's not fun. I wonder why. Now, I've done them before where I've used the pork rinds as like my flour, so I didn't use as much eggs, but I did use pork rinds. I wonder if that would make it different. I don't know. Jerry said selling Mexican Caribbean out of Los Angeles or San Francisco. Oh, they don't sell out of San Diego. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I've done them out of San Francisco, but that was Alaska. That'd be fun. Oh, and that said the Mexican Riviera out of Los Angeles. Oh, that'd be nice. Jamie said, oh, I'm even more excited to learn the pina coladas, especially coconutty. I love coconuts. I do too. Like, that is such a good flavor. And pina colada sounds so good, especially now with the summer. They're like such a marketing genius, right? To plan all of that, because I'd be like, oh, let's just come up with this flavor now. And like in the middle of winter, people would be like, I don't want no pina colada now. But now that it's summer, everybody's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a perfect drink for the summer. Jerry said tomorrow's pool is $30 million. After taxes, $11.5 million. It's enough to retire comfortable on. We would sell our house and move to Florida.
Oh,
really? Wow. Well, is that because your brother's there, or why Florida? Yeah, I would become. I mean, at this point, y'all, let's be honest. If I even won $1 million, I'd be happy. It wouldn't be enough to retire on, but it would be enough to make where I'd be like, I could breathe. Everything would be paid off.
What are you doing?
Our house would be paid off.
Right.
All of our vehicles would be paid off. All the bills would be paid off, and then we'd have some play money. Right?
I want to retire to a cruise ship.
Yeah,
you awesome.
do. You do. Linda says she hasn't bought a lotto in years. Oh, well,
I spent $8 today.
Yeah, how'd you tell them how you came up with your $8?
I went and sold a bunch of Coke cans. They were 25 cents a pound, and I had 30 pounds. I didn't realize I had that much because I only had like 7 or 8 bags. So.
Wow.
But I think I might be cheating a little bit too, because sometimes I'll take, when I'm through, I'll take whatever little trash I have and stuff in there as well. Get out, baby. You don't have to call me. Oh. Usually, she's bugging us to want to sell the gosh.
I know. Zoo type.
Thank you.
Lynette said, I think I could retire comfortably on that. I would even take half of that. I'm not too picky. Right, Lynette?
Okay, go lay down.
I would definitely do that too. I would be, oh my gosh.
You know
Give her a
what
treat.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she wants.
I mean, I would.
We have to bribe her.
I would, I don't know. Like sometimes when I think about winning it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Just the difference you can make. Like I just think of like.
I already got half of it spent.
Oh, of course. But I just think of like how many people you can help even more with that. Like that's what I always think is like all of our friends and family that we'd be able to help if we won that, and help them like get set up in what they really want to do. But
open a few businesses.
Right? Jamie said I'm getting used to getting by on less than $15,000 per year. Wow. So $1.5 million would do for me. Wow. I wish
I'd team up with my brother and probably open a recording studio. I think that'd be awesome. He has a knack for finding local artists that need help. So
yeah.
That'd be awesome. Or maybe even like a movie production house.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Jamie said sometimes you can cut AE taste by ditching a yolk or two. Okay.
That's an idea too.
Maitreya said, oh, I bet Penny Cloud would make some great cookies. Ooh. That's true.
That's another reason why I love doing this. Like, y'all always give us such great ideas.
Oh, speaking of ideas, what should we make next Friday night? It might be our last night here at the hotel, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
what's scheduled.
That's what's scheduled. So hopefully, if they actually put in the floor, then next Friday would be our last night here, and then Saturday they were going to kick us out, and then we'll be back at our house.
I'm looking forward to that. I miss my barbecue pit.
I
miss my Blackstone and my bed and my
miss
shower.
my bed. I miss my shower.
I miss my house.
I do too. I miss all of it, and I miss my kitchen.
Yes.
Like so much so, y'all. Like I really miss it. So tomorrow, our plan is to go get the paint, and we're gonna start painting all of the ceiling and the walls that need to be done.
Because we even have an idea too of how we're gonna redo our kitchen. Well, resituate. Because the air fryer we have here with us at the hotel, we have it on a different countertop at the house, but we're wanting to move it, make it more user-friendly for when we start recording at the house too. So when we start filming, because I don't know why, but I didn't notice it before, but we even have a little breakfast nook, a little hangover on the countertop where you sit there and eat while we're filming. And I've just never paid attention before because it's off the side of the kitchen. And I don't go in there. I just need to pay more attention to my own house.
Yeah. Jerry said Florida. My corporate headquarters is Florida. My family's on the East Coast and, of course, Disney. I'm a huge fan. Oh, I didn't know that.
I want to go to Disney. I've never
Because if you win the lottery, is it going to matter where your job's corporation headquarters is?
Depends on what you win. How much?
Well, he's saying $11.5 million.
Oh, yeah.
Would that matter, though?
That's one thing I'm looking forward to also now that I'm losing more weight is being able to go back into theme parks. I miss roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know we've already done our 50 by 50 challenge. What I told her what we need to do is revisit some of that and hit up all the amusement parks around the world. Around the world and around the country. I think that'd be awesome. Oh, I am so full. And now we gotta do all these dishes.
Right? You do. Jamie said, right? I'd be like, let's make candy cane. And it would be in R&D until August, probably.
Oh, wow.
Right? I'm making the flavors. Oh, that would be me too. Maitreya said $1 million would be enough for one of us here to retire. House like 8 more years to pay off. Wow, that's awesome.
Right?
I still got like 15 more on mine.
But I'm also thinking about it'd be cool to get some rental property. And maybe like get an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, because like down in Rockport, the one we stayed at was so nice. And I was like, what they did is they had, what do you think, half-acre land?
At least.
Oh, you think it was more?
Maybe. No, I'm saying at least. Yeah.
No, what the
I
land
don't
that
know,
we
honestly.
stayed
I didn't even think about that part of it.
So anyways, they had a small plot of land, but what they did is they had 4 little cabins on it, and they were
A manufactured home is what it was.
well, no, but I'm saying the space between,
Yeah.
like it was enough. It would be a cabin and then a little gravel driveway, just where they just poured loose gravel down it, and then another cabin, and then a cabin, and then gravel driveway. So they managed to get 4 cabins there in that little space. And then they rented I think it was about $130 a night for ours. Now ours was a 2-bedroom. But, so they go for about $100 a night. Well, if you get all 4 booked, which they were the whole time, well, there's $400 you're getting a night.
Yeah. That's a pretty good gig.
At least, yeah. And if you do that, all month long, I mean, that's really good.
Yeah, and then ours had a washer and dryer.
Yeah, it was
And
really
had
nice.
A really big fridge too.
Mm-hmm.
And
All new appliances.
Yeah, and a fully stocked kitchen.
Yeah.
And every unit had a built-in barbecue pit out on it.
Yeah, just a little,
Just a little square one like you see at the
parks.
Yeah, at the park.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lid or nothing on it, but the grates are adjustable if you wanted. And then front porch was really nice, and they had a back porch. But we think, if I remember correctly, ours was the biggest house of all of them they had.
Yeah.
And but it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
Both of them were master, the bathrooms were connected to the room, or the hall one was separate.
Yeah, the hall one was separate, like a traditional. So
Yeah.
it was a smaller bedroom. I think that had a queen size bed.
I think so.
And then the bathroom was like your regular guest bathroom. And then the master was a king size bed. And then the bathroom was connected to it with a nice walk-in shower, 2
it's a
seat.
walk-in closet too.
Yeah, walk-in closet. And I was really impressed with it.
Yes.
I have to say, at most of the Airbnbs that we've been to, and let me know if you've stayed at any Airbnbs or Verbos, I've been really impressed with it. Most of the people who have them are just, regular people who are just trying to get a little side hustle going. On Lake, Ohio, that guy was definitely trying to side hustle, and because he had to meet us. He's like, I meet all of my tenants, and I was like, it said it was, self-checkout, no contact, but okay.
He just needed a friend, that's all.
Yeah, he really did need a friend.
Where was it that we stayed? We took your mom and Louie, and it was they were, I don't remember where they were from, the owners.
Oh, that was in Los Angeles, because that's when we did a Princess Cruise.
Because
through the
we actually got a refund on them from them. We had to book a hotel because he has mobility issues. He usually uses a walker or a wheelchair, and it had stairs. You had to get into the place. But those owners were awesome with us and gave us a total refund, they thought it was really neat that we were taking care of her parents.
Well, it was a part of LA that the culture was very, you take care of your elders. So when we got there, it said that it was handicap accessible, no stairs. When we got there where you had to park, you had to be able to go up 3 or 4 steps. Well, it never said that in the description. So when I contacted them, I was like, and these stairs were like, there was no handles on them. They were garage stairs, so they were in the garage, and it was just cement, and they were at a higher, what do you call it?
The tread.
The tread was higher.
It was odd for him to try and walk up.
Right, and with no handrails. And so when I called them and told them, they were like, what? And they came over and they're like, oh yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, there are no stairs because once you get in here, you can take the elevator. But yeah, you do have to be able to go up these 3 stairs. And we're like, oh my gosh. But they were really nice. They gave us a refund like right away.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then we stayed at one in Fort Lauderdale. And that one was really nice too. That was a little home. I've been really impressed. The only one that stands out that I wasn't impressed with was actually in San Antonio. Remember when we stayed with Amanda and Thomas?
Oh, yeah.
That one was a little bit of a...
conundrum?
Well, they were a little misleading because it was really cheap, first of all. So it only cost us like $20 a night. But the area wasn't nice. Which was fine. We could do that. But inside, like, the drapes, some of them had fallen. They were broken. The kitchen stove was all misshaped. He said there was a grill, but the grates were missing from the grill.
Right.
You couldn't grill. There was a few other things that was like...
I think it was like one of the bathroom doors didn't, when you closed it, it didn't stay closed.
Yeah, and then remember, something was hung upside down. One of the pictures or something was upside down. And then the place for one of the TVs, like somebody had taken the TV or something, like it was gone. And what was so weird is I was like, when I tried to go back to like, I was like, well, let me see what's going on with this. And I tried to look it up for like 2 or 3 weeks down the road, and it like wasn't showing up at all. So I think we were like one of the last people to book, and like they were getting ready to flip it or something. I don't know. It was really weird and sketchy. Like it was to the point where like at night I put like extra things against the door because I was like, what if somebody like comes and breaks in the middle of the night?
I think they booked that for us.
No,
because we usually do better research.
Well, but it was kind of last minute, and we had a budget. We were like, okay, no more than $20, $30.
Yeah.
And that was part of it. Because, honestly, y'all, we get a little bougie on our trips because we'll be like, oh, we'll just stay there. Who cares if it's $300? And then later I'm like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be so
I don't know.
bougie.
Regrets.
Huh?
No regrets. We've gone to some awesome places.
Yeah, and I was really impressed though, like in Washington, D.C., because originally we were going to stay at this hotel that was just crazy expensive. And then I was like, you know what, let's redo things because that's just ridiculous. And we ended up getting an Airbnb, and it was really nice. Remember that guy? It was all set up. The guy had to come meet us because we couldn't get in, remember? Yeah,
it was a weird setup because he had to meet you to let you into the property. Because it was like a townhouse kind of setup. And there was a certain way, it was a weird little like a keychain thing he gives you, and you hold it up to the door to unlock it.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I've never seen it. You had to hold it just right or it wouldn't unlock it. It's like you're trying to do a
It wasn't like this is a card. It was like a kind of like a little remote, but you had to like line it up with one of the magnets for it to unlock the door.
Just perfect. Like you're doing some kind of puzzle.
I know. And so all the time we're like, okay, I hope we can get in, and we'd be there like messing with But the room, the apartment was really nice.
Is that the same one that gave us like the shot glasses and stuff? And they had all kinds of little trinkets that they would give. They had like welcome gifts.
Well, he originally was going to give us a box of cupcakes.
Yeah. From a local bakery.
Yeah, he used a local bakery, so when we got in there, it was so cute. Like, he personalized where the TV said, "Welcome, Shelly."
Yeah.
And he had, like, this little plaque that said, "Welcome, Shelly, to your Airbnb. Here's your Wi-Fi password, da-da-da." And then he had on there a box of, like, 6 cupcakes, because we were staying, like, I think 4 or 5 days. And I was like, "Oh, that's really sweet, but we don't eat cupcakes." And he was like, "What?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're former diabetics. We just don't want to go there anymore." And he's like, "Oh, well then let me give you some shot glasses then." And so he gave us some, which is cool because that's what we collect. And so he gave us some Washington, D.C. shot glasses. And then he took the cupcakes and goes, "Well, my wife and kids will love this."
Right. No, I actually thought the shot glasses was a better trade because I still have them.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't raise your blood sugar.
Right, the cupcakes, you're just renting them anyways.
Oh. Let's see. Maitreya said, "Would be so nice for to have one of us home, but not with a corporate job to do all the house stuff." Right? I know. That's one thing I'm going to be, like, missing is with the hotel. Like today, the room was cleaned.
Right.
I'm like so used to that, coming back and be like, "Oh, the bed's made, everything's cleaned up." And then when I go back home, I'm like, "Oh, I have to be the one to do that now."
Yeah, they said because they only give us these little bitty trash cans. We have 4 of them. And they said if it's too full, just set it out in the hallway, and they'll come get it.
Yeah.
Same thing with the laundry or your the linens and whatnot.
Yeah.
Put it out in the hall.
Yeah, that's what we do. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of miss having a maid clean up. Can I take them to our house?
And then we're right across the hall, a little ways around, is their actual laundry facility, and they have these 2 big buggies they push around to carry all the trash and stuff in. So I'll help them out a little bit. I go throw my trash in the buggy instead of just putting it in the hall.
Oh, you're such a help.
I'm a gentleman.
Oh, I know. Jujude said 13 million take home is pay off your house, cars, buy 1 or 2 toys, invest the rest, then you live modest off the interest each year, letting it compound so it always lasts.
Yes.
That's true.
That's what we want to do.
That's our plan. But
now the numbers will just come up right. They gotta cooperate.
But we might go a little crazy and we're gonna book probably a world cruise or something, right?
Maybe 3.
Oh, 3?
Well, actually, what I want to do, if the sky's the limit, we don't actually have a cap on how much we can spend. I don't know if I even want to really do a world cruise.
Oh.
I want to cruise to everywhere. We'll just take a cruise to somewhere, stay there for a couple of weeks, and then take a cruise to somewhere else, and stay a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
I think that'd be more fun, actually.
Well, definitely what I want to do is go up to New York City again and visit our friends Donna and Jim, and then go visit Gail, wherever she happens to be at.
We met them on the World Cruise.
Yeah, we met them on a cruise. They're just amazing people.
Well, it was awesome because we were able to sit with them every night at dinner. And then they came around and asked us if we wanted to trade tables, and none of us wanted to move.
No, because we all
stuck with them the whole trip. It was amazing.
It was so nice. So I would love, and plus I love New York City. Manhattan is probably my fave.
We'll probably buy an apartment there too if we win.
We're gonna have to win a lot to afford an apartment in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Probably not. But
we'll set up an Airbnb there.
But I would, that'd be so much fun to go there, and then I think what would be cool is before we do any cruises, I want to do a big road trip and just visit everybody in the Hungry Horde. Right?
That's
just plot it out. We'll say, "Hey, you want us to come visit you, email us your address," and then we'll just plot it and figure out our whole tour.
An idea too.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
I know. Oh, Jamie said we should do oxtail soup.
That's an idea.
Next Friday.
Okay, but how long does it take to cook though? We've only done it one other time. I don't remember the cook time wise.
We did it in Instapot.
I know, but
Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, why not? We do 4 hours on the live, so yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll work. Jerry said, I'm a workaholic, so I still want to work. Need the insurance benefits. And we have 13 million, though.
You can just buy the insurance, right?
Right? But
I
don't know. I used to be a workaholic. I used to work all the time. Now, I guess maybe I'm like, I don't know, like my mind kind of changed a little bit. I guess because, when I worked for different companies and seeing how I'm just so easily replaceable, like they really don't care. So I don't give my heart and soul to a company anymore because I just feel like, well, they don't appreciate me enough for me to just give everything I have.
You're just the cog in the wheel.
I know, but I truly do enjoy working. Like my job, I really enjoy it. It's not like, I know I'll say, oh, it's Monday, oh, I have to get up. But that's just because I'm not a morning person. If you know me, like I just don't get up in the morning. So I'm the type of person that if I could work like 10 to 2, that would be the perfect hours. Because then I would still be off early enough to do everything else. Right. But I actually enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy helping them. I enjoy like explaining. I probably like over explain or give too much detail because like my manager's like, you got to keep your talk time low, and I'm just like, yeah, but they don't understand life insurance, and she's like, well, then they need to read the policy, and I'm like, oh, all right. But I'm like, want to help educate people. But anyways, I do enjoy what I do. Renee said, I love my job. In the year I lived overseas and was allowed to work and didn't need to, I hated and couldn't wait to get back and go to work again. Right?
I bet.
Yeah, especially you, because it's like, your job kind of feeds into it. Like you get so many benefits, especially if you're in healthcare. To me, healthcare is so rewarding because you can see what you're doing right there.
Right.
You can see helping the people right there. And then like in Renee's profession as a therapist, she gets all of that feedback, getting to see somebody go from being bedridden to now they're able to walk. I mean, that's just so amazing to me. And to be like, oh good, I helped that person get there. That to me is a very rewarding to go through, right?
That sounds awesome.
Lynette said, I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. Oh, wow. And went to work for Keto Chow to get out of the house during the pandemic. Now I love my job way too much to ever quit. Wow. Lynette, for some reason I thought you had been with Keto Chow for 20 years. Well, honestly, I don't see how 20 years. Like, how could you have been working for 20 years? But, wow, a stay-at-home mom. So, that's so awesome. I bet it's just so much fun to work at Keto Chow, right? Because
Chris would be a trip.
Right? But Mary would be like so much fun, like having besties, right? At work.
Probably.
Be like, oh my gosh, let's
seem like they're really, I mean, we haven't met them in person, but they seem like they're really good people.
Right. And she said, I have the best bosses. Everyone that I work with is pretty amazing. Aww. And that awesome. Truly makes all the difference in the world, because like when you have a boss that's just, I mean, I've had them. You've had them too. Horrible bosses. Oh, yeah. And it just, it's like, even if you're good at your job, it just doesn't seem to be enough, right?
Right. Well, so you said that you had that one company that gave you as a reward, they gave you a pack of gum.
Yeah, one of the first, like, real jobs I had, I've always worked my whole life. Because, like, when I was a kid, I would, like, make jewelry, and I made other, like, one time when I was, like, 8, I was making bookmarks and selling them. And so I always did something. And then when I was younger, before I could technically get a job, like, my mom did crafts, and some of her friends sold, like, home materials and stuff, so they would hire me to be, like, the one to pull and bring everything in and out, so that would be, like, my little job. And then, I would sell stuff at my mom's craft shows, and that would get me some money. And then I eventually was able to get a job when I was like 15. So I've always worked. And this one company I worked for at the hospital. So I worked there, and part of the reward when we would have our I'm trying to think of the word, but we would have our team meetings, right? And they literally, you guys, if you got like employee recognition, they gave you a pack of gum, not the big pack, the 25-cent pack of gum where you got 4 little sticks of gum. That's what they gave away as a prize. Because they were like, oh, okay, this month's employee recognition goes to so-and-so, whoever it was. And then they were like, oh, here's your little printout that we made. Like, it was really cheap. Like, they just went to the copier, printed it out. And then they were like, and here's your pack of gum. I was like, well, that makes me want to strive to be the best in this department. And what was so ridiculous is, because it was medical records, is the doctors, if they just showed up to do their charting, so back in the day, before electronic charts, which was funny, because back then I was like, this should all be electronic. Why aren't we all on computerized? And they were like, that's weird. Why would we ever do it on computers? That would never make sense. And now I know, right? Isn't that hilarious? So if the doctors at the time, if they made notes in charts, sometimes they didn't sign their note. So like the doctor would say, needs this prescription, or said needs to have this done, and they wouldn't always sign it. So part of medical records is they would have people who would read through the charts and look for missing signatures, and then also certain reports like discharge, and there was like attending, and there was 2 other reports, and other consultations, they actually dictated and typed out. So then the doctors would call into the transcription, and they would, I did this and this and this, or here's my discharge orders, da-da-da. The transcriptionist would then type that up, and then the doctor would have to sign that yeah, he authorized that was what he had said. And so the doctors would have to come to medical records to do those signatures. Well, if they just showed up to do their job, they would get free movie tickets, or sometimes they got free dinner gift cards, or just all the time they were always giving them gifts for just showing up to sign their records. So some of them would purposely not sign their records while they were in the hospital, because then they wouldn't come in until they were told, if you come sign your charts today, we've got them all stacked up. If you sign them all, we'll give you movie tickets. Like, seriously.
They were gaming the system.
Well, yeah, some of them would. They purposely did that. Like, they knew the system, and they would wait.
Wow, what a racket.
I know. And I'm like, really? You're a doctor, and you need free movie tickets. Meanwhile, I'm over here, like at the time I was only making like $8 an hour.
Here's your free gum.
And here's my 25-cent packet of gum.
Wow.
That was crazy. Boy, I don't miss those days. Matreya said, I think I would like part-time. I would like to do finance and policy guidance and drop the project program part of my job.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's awesome.
Just be like a consult, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it. When you become like really good at your job, you just become a consultant and do that as part-time. My grandpa was considered a consultant for the Army.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when they would have different companies that they would do different projects for the military, his job was to actually go in and see how things were run there, and then give his opinion on what can be done better.
Oh, wow.
And so
I need a job like that. I can tell a lot of places where they can do that.
I know. I was like, that's an awesome job. But so he would do that.
Let me tell you what.
One time he had one of the guys that he came in. He was like, "So, what's your recommendation?" He's like, "Well, you're not gonna like this." And he was like, "Look, this is my company. I want to know what you think we should do better. Because when you need to fire your son that's running everything."
Oh, wow.
And the owner was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not good at it, and it's costing you money by having him run things.
Wow.
And the guy said, all right, your opinion, you're well known in this, so that's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's harsh.
Oh, Nan said she's got to go. Good night, Nan.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Renee said, Shelly, move that KC bag, please, Mel. We can see that gorgeous face and hair. All right. There.
She's always telling us what to do. You notice that?
Who? Huh?
Exactly.
Don't you be talking about my cousin. Thank you.
So much.
Jamie said, did you have to lift the color with bleach to get the color that vibrant? Oh, Maitreya says she's starting to doze. Good night, doze. Good night, Maitreya. Thanks for joining us.
I am too.
So let me think. So it's 3 different colors. So she did have to, on the tips, she had to bleach it because she did a lighter color on the tips. So she did have like here and stuff. She just did the regular color. So this was like the bright red, and then there was like a medium red in the kind of in the middle here, and then the bottom, forget what it was called, but it was like a more of an orange color. So that's it. It took it all. What do you think? Was it going like 2-3 hours?
I thought it was like 3 or 4.
Something like that. I don't know. But it was fun. Okay, Jerry said, have you done your own dill pickles?
No. What I have done is it didn't work out very well. I took cucumbers, sliced them up really thin, and threw them in a jar of pickle juice. And they molded. Did not work well.
That didn't work well.
I thought it would work, but oh well.
I tried some one time. Like I followed a rough recipe because you have to boil some water and vinegar, and so in the jar I put all the cucumbers and then the pickling mix seasoning. Remember? And then I poured the liquid over it and then sealed it up. And I think that said like let it go for 2 weeks or something. But then when you taste them, they just didn't taste good. Remember?
No, I don't remember that at all.
But
that's how good they were.
Yeah, they weren't good. They got soft, but it just wasn't a good flavor. So I don't know. Maybe I just didn't do the mix right. So it's something that definitely when we're back at the house,
we can play with.
Yeah, that would be fun to play with.
Because also, think of recipes and whatnot. We have a whole list going of different homemade sausages we want to make.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're fixing to get into it right before the storm hit.
I know. Okay, Maitreya and Lynette both vote for spicy barbecue chicken pizza next Friday.
Okay, we can do that. Because remember, I got all that chicken on sale.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a shredded or cubed or grilled or?
How did you always have your barbecue chicken pizza?
Well, it was a thin crust from Pizza Inn. No, Pizza Hut. I think. And it was chicken, bacon, and pineapples on it. Was what I put on it.
So you do chicken and bacon and barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you said pickles? Oh, pineapples. No, we can't do that.
Right.
Was the chicken barbecued or was the sauce a barbecue sauce?
It was barbecue seasoning.
Okay. Well, now you figured that out over the weekend how to do that. And we'll do that next Friday night. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. How I can work on some pineapple.
Jujube said, just made a Heath-inspired hay yolk. Serranos, cayenne, and jalapeno. Some sun-dried tomatoes and paprika with the cottage cheese and mayo with a little almond milk and cream. How did it turn out? Well, if you just made it, you need to let it marinate for at least an hour or so. So let us know how it is.
And really, you don't get it. Don't throw me the credit, please. It's actually Shelly's idea. Like I've said before, she's the sauce queen.
The hey yo was my idea. That was your idea.
Just the name. You mixed all the stuff together. You're the alchemist.
Well, but that's because you said I want a hey yo sauce.
Yeah, that's what I said. All I did was name it. You made the sauce.
Okay, whatever. Well, then we have to credit Renee because she's the one who told us about the chipotle powder.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's a horde
collaboration.
Yeah. Okay, and then Jujube said, too nervous to toss the ghost in. This way my oldest will eat it with me.
Aww.
There you go. Maybe next time do the ghost pepper and see.
Or just maybe you could dust a little bit on it after you plated it up for you.
Ah, there you go. Renee said, I just give them the guidelines and they do the work. But it's amazing to see that I can't turn into the look at what I can do, right? Brian said, I'm in the waiting game for the garden. I have serrano, habanero, jalapeno, cayenne, all going strong so I can grow, dehydrate, and mix up my own Texas spice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like...
Perfect.
Yeah, that's just startling. It's crazy.
I
know, you like it too. Don't paw at me. Just go lay down. Because I even heard her snoring earlier.
I know, I don't know. She's just like, she wanted to come here. So not. It's so funny. Like, during the week, she's always excited when 5 o'clock hits. But, like, on Fridays, she seems even more pumped up. She's like, yeah, it's Friday.
I get to go perform for my people.
Right? Lynette said, I'm just waiting for someone to make me some Texas spice and ship it to Utah.
Wow. Let me
There
get to
you
work.
go. Jamie said, I'm picturing Mr. Incredible as a customer service agent. They're experts, Bob, exploiting every loophole, dodging every obstacle. They're penetrating the bureaucracy.
All right.
Right? Some of them. Ugh.
She keeps turning and looking at the camera, like towards it.
Yeah. Well, she's like, why are you watching that thing? Brian said, hopefully I can bring some with me to KPL since Karen and I will be driving. Ooh, yeah, that'd be awesome, Brian.
Well, I guess we'll bring in some now, too.
Jamie said, there's an idea. You guys could start marketing your Texas Five Spice.
We thought about doing that, but what do they call it? The Texas cottage laws are so wild here. Like, the only way we can sell it is at a farmer's market. Unless we were able to lease a commercial kitchen and do it. But it's technically illegal for me to sell them online. You can't do anything mail order or online.
Yeah.
You can only do it in-person sales.
Except if you have a commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
But, so that is something that we thought about doing, but,
There's a lot of headache.
well, it's just thinking of getting the space and doing all that. Plus, with the Texas Five Spice, since it takes like 2 days for the peppers to dehydrate, it's like, so I guess we would have to start there. So then we need the kitchen for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And then that would get pricey.
Yeah.
So that's why I told him probably the best thing is if we do the Patreon.
Yeah.
Then that way you're not selling it. It's a gift. It's okay to gift. You just can't sell that.
Right.
I wonder if you could sell the bottle if that just happens to go.
Well, I've seen some people doing that online. Like some of the hot sauce groups I was in on Facebook, they would give you a free bottle, an empty bottle, and then put some stuff in it for you.
So they wouldn't give you a free bottle. You bought the bottle.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You know,
Yeah.
they would fill it for you.
Oh, Lynette said she's got to go. She's going to go walk or running.
Oh. Well, good night.
Thanks for
Enjoy.
joining us.
Yeah.
Julie laughed at a pack of gum. I'm saying. Renee said a friend is a general surgeon, and he's told me there have been times with the healthcare cuts that he may pocket just around $250 for a laparoscopic appendectomy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is terrible. It's still $90,000 a year, and that's just a 1.5 hour max procedure. Well, that's true. I mean, I get that folks think docs are overpaid, but to hear him and another friend who is a cardiovascular surgeon and what they actually take home now is just sad, which is why many of them are going back to school for business and health. Well, and that's the thing I noticed too, Renee, because at one time I wanted to be a doctor, and when I was working for the hospital for many years, I noticed that it was so run like a business. Like because growing up, I'm thinking, oh, it's, healthcare, it's all about, helping the patient and everybody get better. And then when I was in there, I was like, oh, well, sadly, you know, a lot of the doctors don't even seem like they care, honestly, about their patients. Another is everything was about business. Like, they didn't care so much about, like, the customer as of, this is a business, this is what we could do. Like, the administration was like the end-all be-all to a hospital. And I was like, why aren't the doctors the one that make all the decisions?
That's what Dr. Barry talked about before, remember, too?
Yeah.
He only had X number of minutes to spend on each patient.
I know. And that's why I was like, so that's kind of what diverted me from getting into healthcare, since I was like, well, I don't want to go in and have to be told, oh, no, you can only do this and you can only do that, and by somebody who just has a business degree. I was like, that's kind of weird.
Right.
She's so needy tonight. But which is sad, because to me, I always had the impression healthcare should be about the doctors and the nurses and all of the staff that help treat a patient, and that should be the focus. And admin's just there for the paperwork. But more so when I was there, at least the hospital I worked at for many years, it was no, the administration worked everything, and a lot of them have like a kind of a superiority complex where they acted like, no, I'm the one around here.
Right.
Like they kind of got off on telling the doctors and everybody, no, this is what you need to do. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And I was like, okay.
There's like a rule book versus just treating people right.
Yeah. So let's see. Jamie said, I have a niece in med school. She's considering dermatology plastic surgery to ensure her profit margin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, that's so sad that it has to get like that. Renee said, just do jalapenos on the pizza.
That works
The
too.
barbecue, since it is spicy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Renee said med school is almost not worth the loan to pay back. Yeah, unfortunately. Jerry said, time to make some delicious Costco thick-cut bacon on the Blackstone.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. Yummy. I like getting at Blackstone the pork belly. When they cut that up, that's really good. Dejube said, my youngest got bit by a tick.
Oh, no.
Got a rash. I called the doctor, asked for prophylactic antibiotic. She insisted on seeing her versus calling it in. Okay, we wouldn't. She wouldn't write the prescription. I had the tick tested. It was confirmed to carry Lyme disease.
Oh, no.
She is still insisted on seeing her again. What? All she wanted was that office visit. My policy is, oh, wow. That's sad. But I think it's got to the point because of insurance, a lot of them have to do that, because if she writes it out as a phone consult, the insurance only pays X amount versus if it's an office consult.
Oh, wow. So they just got to play the game.
Yeah, because that's what Dr. Barry was saying too, that it's different. That's why, like him and Dr. Cyrus and a lot of them have said that they're not going to have where they deal with insurance, that basically they're just going to have a flat fee and it's up to you to follow with your own insurance, because it's not worth the oversight for them. Because a lot of like naturopaths, that's what they do. They're like, no, here's the flat fee, and then you follow on your own. Yeah. Let's see.
Well, look, it's 2.5 hours. Should we call it pretty soon? Everybody having too much fun. So I'm thinking she wants you to take her for a walk next.
Do you mind getting my water out of the fridge?
No, not at all.
Brian said, I just finished making some uninspired shrimps and sausage on the Blackstone.
Nice.
So did you get it nice and charred then, Brian? Is it nice and charred all the way around? Rhonda said, I love me some bacon. Me too.
Yes.
Jamie said, ironically, the rise of telemedicine might work out better for patients as truly conscientious doctors remove themselves from the big health conglomerates to give preventive advice. Well, and I think that's really what we need in healthcare, is more of a proactive than a reactive. And I think that because of the pandemic, that really showed that that's what we need more of. And if we were more proactive, that would kind of help where there aren't so many, like people with diabetes and all of these issues,
Right.
if doctors actually gave, oh, well, we'll just wait till you have diabetes till we treat it. But instead of saying, okay, this is, oh, you're pre-diabetic now, you know, like, tell it ahead of time. Hey, does your family have a history of diabetes? Do you know how that can happen? You know, here's what you need to do in order to try to lessen the chances of getting diabetes or to slow it down. You know, things like that, if they were more proactive about it.
Right.
Am I boring you?
No, but I told you I was tired before we even started. I don't, like I said, on the ride over here, I was falling asleep. I don't understand. Because I didn't feel like I did much today at the house anyways.
Well, it's been a long week.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, and it has. How's everybody else's week been? Let's see. Did you have said, but during a pandemic and I have an autoimmune disorder, oh no, I need to not be around sick people. She still refused.
Oh, wow.
I changed doctors on Monday. Wow.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy. Especially now. I mean, you should be able to say, look, there's procedures in place where I don't need to come to the office.
Right. Use the technology.
Yeah, but sometimes that's, like Dr. Barry says, either you change your doctor or you change your doctor.
Yeah.
Tajib said, I get my own pork belly, cure it, and smoke it in my pellet grill.
Nice.
And grill it up for the week on the Blackstone. That's awesome.
That's what we do too. That's awesome. That's another reason why I'm missing not being at home. I
That's
told
like
her
the
what we need
best
to do this
bacon.
weekend is put another one on to start marinating or whatever. Curing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes such good bacon, though.
Yes. And that's why we bought the meat slicer too.
Yeah. Brian said, yep, they had a good char of them. Karen's in a food coma listening on the couch. So I got this, well, he got it for me from Whole Foods. It's their lemon raspberry Italian mineral or sparkling mineral water.
Oh.
So, of course, it's just sodium in here. Sodium and calcium. Just water and natural flavors. You can't really taste the lemon raspberry.
It's like a LaCroix where they're just walking by it.
Pretty much. Let's see. Jamie said, we can let you guys go early tonight. I need to get up for my local farmer's market tomorrow. Gotta get that good, is that gluten-free Longhorn beef. Ooh,
wow.
Nice.
And if it's anything like our farmer's market, you can get there early too so you get a good parking spot.
Yeah, right? Oh, yeah, I enjoy going to the farmer's market. Yeah. But I think, so tomorrow our plan is what? To get up?
And go, well, it's going to be a little fun because Saturday's one of the worst days to go. That's when all the weekend warriors want to go and get their stuff. We got to go to Home Depot and start buying our paint. I ran out of totes to carry stuff around in, so we ended up with 2 recycle bins at our house. So I put all the paint I need to take in to the depot to get them shook and get a color match. So we need a couple new cans because one of them I found was still sitting open in the garage.
Did you open it?
No, I didn't. I left it alone. I was going to wait and let them jack with it and see if it's salvageable or not.
Okay.
But the sticker's still on the lid, so they can at least match it that way. And then one of the pieces of the sheetrock that he replaced or did the patch on in the bathroom, I found a piece of it, so I can take that and we get a color match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because for the bathrooms, like the master bath, it's only like that big, so we only need like the smallest amount of paint.
Just a quart.
Yeah, that's the smallest?
Yeah, that's a small little can.
Okay. And then what we should do is probably just keep that in the bathroom, right?
Probably.
Like that way if we ever need it. Yeah. And then the one in the hall bath,
same thing.
We only need a quart too. Those shouldn't take more than 5-10 minutes to paint, right?
Yeah, no.
And
then we still got to prime them, but I have a can of Kills. I have a quart. I was going to buy another one just in case. Make sure we have enough.
Okay.
And I was taking them in though because they have the little automatic shaker, So I'll have them shake it up, and that way everything's blended well, right? And I'll go ahead and get a couple of stir sticks too.
So we just prime it first, and we have to wait for that to dry?
Yeah.
And then, so while that's doing it, then we go and prime the kitchen and laundry room, and then by the time we're done with that, then the other should be dry enough to paint.
Yeah, and then we also need to texture the piece in the ceiling and the living room.
Yeah.
When you put that texture in, prime and paint that.
Oh, you have to do the texture first?
I think so. I'll double check. I was going to Google it because it's been a while since I've done that stuff. Because I used to work in the paint department at Home Depot, and then they tried to have me do the faux finish classes, and I'm not artsy enough for all that. A lot of the customers are complaining about it. I can pick up a 5-gallon paint bucket and move it for you and help you load it and everything. I can mix up the paint, but I just can't teach the classes on it.
I could just see you too, because you'd be like, well, I guess you do this.
Because the faux finish stuff they were trying to do, they give us a piece of sheetrock, you know, as an easel or whatever to play on, and they give you these little sponges, and you do all these little designs and stuff on it to do all these different little things, like to try and mimic the look of like leather or fabric of some sort. And I was like, no, I can't do it. But we all had to take our turn doing it, and it was really bad too. It's just so bizarre. All I've ever done. Work like my father, my grandfather are both carpenters. They're cabinet makers and home builders. Like my grandpa used to work for a company called Fox and Jacobs. They used to build houses all over town here, and so I learned all my woodworking stuff from them. And that's when I turned in my resume. That's all I wrote on there because I figured they put me either in the cabinet department or lumber or tools, you know, doing all that. But no, they stick me in the paint. In fact, I remember the interview, doing in the interview, the guy he was asking me about, you know, what I knew. And he's like, okay, you know all that stuff. Okay, well, what do you know about paint? I said, well, I know that if you tell a man there's 1,000,000 stars in the sky, he'll believe you. But you tell him that bench, that park bench you just painted is wet, he'll still walk over there and touch it. He goes, all right, you'll do just fine. 3 days into the job, they put me behind the paint desk by myself.
Oh, no.
I'm putting the lid on the paint can. I squirted the paint on this lady's dress. We had to pay to get her dry cleaned or whatever. But I didn't get in trouble for it because they put me out there too soon, I guess.
You're not in to see you. You're so like kind of aggressive with things. So you probably like flop the thing and you're like and it's just like
What was just really weird too though is because you'd mix up the color and then you stick your finger in it and put a little dot on the lid to show them the color. But then you reach over and grab a heat gun to help it dry. Well, a couple of the actual paint guys, the vendors, that we were selling their paint, would get mad at us all the time for doing that. And said, all you're doing is ruining the paint. You're not teaching the people anything. You're not showing them anything. He goes, you need a regular, just like, you need an actual hair dryer to do it, so it doesn't heat it up so quick. But they use an actual heat gun to do this, and they would melt the little dot. Because if you ever go in there to buy paint, that's what they do. They'll shoot the color into it, mix it up, and they'll open it up, dip their finger in it, and show it to you, and then put a dot on top of the lid to show you that's what the color is. The little swatch you brought them, or whatever it's called. And when I was working there, we had these little hook knives, and they gave us a can of the colorant, and it was on a little Lazy Susan thing. You had to fill each one of them up by hand every morning, and then you had the graduated measurements on it, and the computer would spit out a little formula, and you'd have to figure up and read the measurements on it and fill it up with X number of, of each colorant. Now you walk in there, the guys just slip the can underneath there, press a button, and the machine figures it all out for them.
Yeah, it's like computers.
I know. They're so soft.
Did you say I got my deli slicer on Facebook Marketplace? Best $20 ever. Wow, that's really nice. Cool. Ronnie said, do you have to actually have a smoker to smoke meat, or could it be done on a dual grill, propane and charcoal?
Yes and no. If I was doing that on a grill, I would buy some of those little aluminum pans. I would buy the wood shavings. They make them for doing this. And I would soak them in the water for a while. I haven't done it in a long time, so you need to Google it and double check me. But you would soak the wood chips in water, cover it with foil, poke a bunch of holes in it, put it off to the far corner of your pit, and let your flames and everything heat up, and then that will put a smoke over the top of whatever you're cooking. But I've noticed, like, because a couple of grills we used to have, especially with our gas grill, they leaked real bad when the door didn't close tight. So you're going to lose some heat that way. So you just have to watch your temperatures while you're cooking everything to make sure you're staying the temp. Because I've learned also, unless it's pork ribs, you should cook the temperature, not the time. And pork ribs, because the meat on it is so close to the bone, it's hard to get a true reading off of a temperature gauge. So I always cook those by time. But otherwise, use your temp gauge and just cook by temperature. And you're going to end up getting a lot better results that way.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Jamie said it was grass-finished meat. She goes, I hope all meat's gluten-free.
You never know.
See, that's how I know it's been a long week. Because gluten-free? Yeah, grass-finished makes a lot more sense.
Well, it's like that one time with your sister-in-law. We were out to eat with her.
You told this story last week.
That's
Brian
so
said,
funny.
ready for this week to be over.
Yes.
I actually just got over tick bite disease.
Oh, no.
Ehrlichiosis.
Oh, wow.
This week was the sickest I've been in my entire life. Still got another 7 days of antibiotics.
Oh
my gosh, Brian, that's awful. Did you get it like on a hike somewhere?
That's why it's best to stay inside.
I don't know, but we almost froze to death. Tajib said, Rhonda, it will all depend on how low you on one side will go. Put it on low, thermometer on the opposite side, to make sure it's not over 220, 240.
That's
if it's low enough, you can put wood chips in a Dollar Tree pin, dampen the chips, cover in foil, poke holes, place over the heat so they smoke, and put your meat on the opposite side.
Yes.
Ah, you're so good. Awesome. Jamie said, you're not ready for paint, Heath.
I know.
The Jim said for sure, 225 is the perfect sweet spot, but 220 to 240 will be okay.
Yes.
Wow. Renee, Jajib said, Renee, that's why I was so cautious. She got 3 or 4 last spring, 0 reaction, then maybe itching. This was very different, and this is my kiddo who never complains about anything. Wow.
Oh, wow. That's rough.
Oh, a Dollar Tree pan. Okay. Julie says, Heath, I did my pork belly in the air fryer. It was great. Awesome,
Nice.
Julie. Yum. I love pork belly in the air fryer.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. I miss pork belly. We'll have to get some again.
Yeah.
That was so good. Oh, okay. Rhonda said, thanks, Heath. That's pretty much what Jajub said.
Uh-huh. Well, at least you know we're good company.
Yeah. They were all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Because speaking of eating, as in my coaching, like, gosh, y'all, every week.
Yeah, we didn't listen to her on the way here today.
Because we were so busy. My coach always has a Friday night, like, live chat, a Zoom call. But with all this going on, I don't get to listen to him every week because it's kind of hard when you're driving. But anyways, I had my check-in yesterday. I haven't gained anything. I didn't lose any inches at all, but I keep eating more and more and more. And it's getting hard, though. Like, all of the food, like, I'm up to 175 grams of protein a day.
Wow.
And, like, 193 fat. I mean, it's just so much food. Like,
wow.
It's a lot.
That's crazy. You're eating more and losing this. I love that.
Well, I didn't lose this past week. I stayed exactly the same.
Okay. Well,
which is good. Right. No, I stayed exactly the same, which is what she wants. But it should be towards the end of my reverse. So I should be going on a cut pretty soon again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know. I'm excited.
Oh?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I want to lose some again. I'm gonna start really losing. I feel like the next cut should be even more dramatic.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just feel that way.
Or is it gonna be right in the middle of the July challenge?
Oh yeah, but that's fine.
Okay.
Renee said, I just want to say thanks to y'all for teaching me so much about meat and helping me be comfortable cooking things I was intimidated by. Oh, you're welcome, Renee.
Yeah, you're welcome. You helped us more than that.
You did all the work.
Right.
See how I turned it around because that's what she said about her face. Brian said, scary for sure. Yeah. Karen drugged me out into the woods to ride our mountain bikes. Then again, I get a tick crawling on me just walking to the shop or the barn with all the weeds and timber around. Wow.
Oh, that reminds me too. When I took her out earlier, they did cut. You noticed the tree. All the grass outside was real long.
Yeah, but they cut it.
Cut it. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that when we got here.
I didn't. I went straight in. It was awesome because we were having to hike.
Well, and my thing is, I feel like I'm having to give her flea medicine like every 2 weeks instead of once a month. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because the grass is so long here all the time and we're closer to wildlife. If there's more fleas out here, that's what I'm thinking.
It's annoying.
It is, because I'm like, gosh dang it, again, I have to give her 2 treatments a month. I don't know what else to do to get the fleas off her. I got that spray that Renee recommended. I sprayed that all over her. I've done the treatments. I've given her the Capstars, and she's still getting fleas. I don't get it. Other than it's because of the hotel environment, because it is like all wooded out here, and then there's where I go and walk her usually every night. It's a natural park, and it's got a lake that you walk around, and we'll do the walk around the lake. And
then there's several tenants that actually live here at the hotel, and a lot of them have pets.
I know.
I wonder if it's from them too.
I don't know, but it's annoying. I've never seen such a struggle with fleas before. It's just annoying. And then I don't know. So once I forgot the stuff to treat our yard. So once we're back, I want to treat our yard really well for the fleas and ticks. And then hopefully then we won't have to worry about it anymore.
I hope.
But I figure, well, we need to do that when we're back at home, and then that way, if it is the hotel, that she's not going to be bringing them back and forth.
Right.
Then if we just treat the yard, and she's there, and then her being treated, then it should wipe them out. I don't know which is a bigger nuisance, fleas, ticks, or mosquitoes.
Probably mosquitoes.
I don't know. I hate all of them.
Do they really serve a purpose? Do we really need them?
Yeah, do we need fleas? Do we need ticks? Do we need mosquitoes? I don't think so. Jajib said her doctor just finally caved and ordered it when I wrote everything in an email to her dictating her phone conversation and refusal to treat her protocol from the International Lyme Association. Wow, that's good. That's good. That's what I say all the time. When it comes to healthcare for yourself, you have to be your own advocate, because if you're not out there telling them, no, this is what you have to do, they're not going to do that. They're just going to be like, oh, well, no, this is what I said.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
Julie said, I did the free doctor online and got my ivermectin prescription emailed in. It was free for first consult. They did ask for a donation, gave them $20. Wow, that's pretty good. Renee said, I see what you did there, Shelley.
At least she's paying attention. At least she's paying attention.
Jamie said, she made you come in twice and still refused to treat. Yeah, dump that doctor, right? And Jamie said, fleas get bad here too. Yes, they are all bad. Parasitic creatures are just capitalizing on a food source. Right? They're like the worst. I just hate fleas so bad.
Right.
What?
No, I know you do. They're annoying.
Because I remember growing up, before they had like the Advantage and stuff that you could put on the dogs. Well, I mean, I remember growing up, we never had that, so I don't know if it's because we were just too poor or they didn't have it back then, but I know my mom would buy like the flea collars and stuff, and they just never did anything. All it did was just put off a bad odor, but it never seemed like I remember growing up. My dogs always had fleas.
They get fleas and they stink.
I know, that's basically what it did, and I just hated it growing. Maybe that was my thing. I just hated having fleas, and so I remember whenever we first found out about like Advantage or whatever the one was, it was like revolutionary when we started giving, because we were like, oh my gosh, look, they have no fleas now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But lately, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just getting bad batch of Advantage or...
Write them and ask.
I don't know. I always thought before, whenever I would put it on, my dogs, like, they never had fleas. And lately, this year, it seems like I'm just putting it on every 2 to 3 weeks, and it, like, I have it set on my phone as a reminder, okay, time to do the flea medicine, and I'll notice fleas before it's time for the flea medicine, and I'm like, what is going on? I just, okay, I'm going to de-stress here.
All right, let's reset a minute then.
Renee said, my parents used to give the dogs garlic pills, but did it really keep the fleas off of them?
Well, I eat garlic all the time, and I don't have fleas. Well, rewind for a minute, though. What were they saying? What do they want on this pizza?
It's a spicy chicken barbecue pizza.
So, we're going to add some more heat to the barbecue sauce. Do a blend of a pork and poultry and the Texas 5 spice to season the chicken with?
Sure.
All right. I think that'd be best if we grilled it and then chopped it up. Or we could, like, if we're gonna do it here, we can do it in the Instant Pot, do it shredded and put shredded chicken in there, and then we can distribute it out throughout the whole pizza then.
Well, think on it.
And cook it in the barbecue sauce.
Renee said, with hounds, we battle hookworms because the Gray's gut has grown resistant to hook treatment, so we have done 2 6-month treatment. Oh, wow.
That sounds like a
Jujube said garlic and black walnut work great, but too much could kill the dog too. You really have to know the dose.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
scary
that
too,
would scare me. Julie said we use the goat warmer on our dogs. Safeguard.
Huh. Okay.
Renee said, yeah, Dad raised Dobermans and gave them all natural garlic and brewer's yeast pills times 6. I don't remember how often.
Brewer's yeast?
Huh.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, what's the brewer's yeast for?
That's just weird that they figured out that would work to begin with, though.
Maybe they noticed, oh, look, the dogs that are at an Italian restaurant never have fleas. Or maybe, look, the baker's dog doesn't have fleas.
Right? That's just bizarre, though.
Oh.
What?
Huh. Jamie said shredded chicken in the crust, too, might be a fun twist.
Huh.
Yeah. Jujube said it works, you just gotta know your dose. Oh, gosh. That's scary.
Like, knowing the doses, yeah.
Oh. I don't want to hurt the baby.
You hear her snoring?
Oh no, she's so cute. Well, I guess we should like call it a night because look, we're going on 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you look like you're about ready to fade, and he's got to do all those dishes, y'all.
Oh, that's right. I do. Because if not, we won't have anything to eat on tomorrow. I probably told you before, but there's only 4 plates. So we have to do dishes at least every other day now.
How do they keep getting reinfected? Oh, the dogs? I don't know. On the hounds? I don't know. That's scary. Jujube said tonight was fun, y'all. Well, thank you. I had a great time.
Yeah,
it's always such a good experience for me because it gives me something to look forward to all week while I'm working, and then it's just like kind of like a kickoff for my weekend, and it just makes the weekend so much better.
Yeah.
Right?
We really enjoy hanging out with y'all. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank y'all.
So we're going to work on the ideas on how to do that pizza for next week. Because y'all know I love pizza.
Brian said, y'all have a blessed and awesome weekend. Thanks for the blast. Aw, awesome. You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in, brother.
Ooh, Jujube said they lived in a hotel for over a month. 3 kids, 2 dogs, 2 adults, and a fish.
Oh,
God
wow.
bless my Instant Pot. Oh, that's so true. Jamie said, always fun to hang with my sis in the Horde. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, let's go. And then maybe I'll have time to take what's her name on a WALK.
Yeah, you're going to do that and I'll do the dishes.
Oh. Good night, y'all. Have a good one. See you next Friday.
See ya, see ya, see ya.
See ya, see ya, see ya.